Okay, I'm just waiting, guys. No. Okay, we're live on YouTube, so we can kick it off. Okay, guys, let's start. Do you guys see my screen? Okay, so the first hack of the night, how to go live on YouTube. I didn't do it the first time, now it works. So always reminder, guys, once I forgot to turn on the YouTube live, so this is the slide for me. YouTube is live, so we can go to the next one. Okay, thanks for joining our summer hack series. Now, it's called 10 by 5 hack series webinar, but it's not 10 by 5 anymore because we have 19 speakers. So there's gonna be like 19 by 5 speakers. They're gonna share 19 hacks, and you guys will be able to vote for the best hack at the end. So let me tell you more about myself. I'm your host, 𝗕𝗃𝗦𝗃. I'm the co-founder of Extreme Power Brands, 𝗬𝗃 Hot Sauce, 𝗬𝗃, and I'm a partnership manager and advisor of 40 plus companies in the e-commerce space. What we do, we help companies to grow for partnerships without spending any money. So we're hacking the paid marketing. We don't pay anybody anything. I'm a cheap, or it's my US guys called me frugal guy, and I'm teaching people how to grow without paying anybody anything, just using partnership in a beautiful way. And I'm a webinar host. I've done probably 300 webinars, and we've been doing this hack series for the last year. This is the probably sixth or seventh hack series. So I know I'm a lazy guy, so I decided, okay, instead of having like a webinar with like 5 guys, let's do a big webinar with 20 guys. More value, same time, and of course, no, it's all free. I hate to charge you guys because I don't want to pay as well. So the last and not least, I'm fully remote since 2010. Long before it was cool, I spent the summer on the beach like I'm right now, even though it doesn't look like that. You probably don't believe me, but I'm using a bodyboard as a desk, so I can show that later on. And the rest of the year, wherever my wife tells me, if she tells me go there, I'm gonna go there. But that's what they do. And guys, here I'm gonna mention our sponsors today because without our sponsors, no, we cannot do those webinars. No, it's free, but somebody needs to pay for all the work that we do behind the scenes. So our gold sponsor and title sponsor, again, it's hellotax, and this is what they're pitching you guys. And the pitch is gonna make you money if you're brave enough to expand to Europe. So what they're doing is they're helping you to expand to Europe. They have this expansion to Europe blueprint where they do the marketing research and audit, and we prepare a blueprint which is going to show how much money you can make in Europe and what are the steps. Marketing research, VAT, which is the sales tax in the state for the state guys, product compliance, logistics, localization, translation. So in other words, we open the market for you guys, and we have a ton of partners. Some of them are speakers today who can help expand to the European market. And to make it easier for you guys, we're giving away $300 per brand in discounts from all the partners who are helping you out behind the scenes. And now we go to our next sponsors, which is ecom Triage. Now, ecom Triage and Danan, they're gonna help you remove 5 to 10% of your negative product reviews. And this is nothing shady. It's all TOS compliant, no onboarding fee, 100% TOS compliant, 100% TOS compliant. You only pay only for removed reviews. Here is the QR code, and I strongly recommend that you guys scan that and apply for that because you don't lose anything, you win. And many of you guys have no clue that you have reviews which are hurting your review score, and they're not, and you can remove them. So make sure to scan the QR code, and you can see also Danan's hack later on. So I'll give you a few seconds to scan the QR code, but don't worry, we also have a recording. So if you join later, you can actually watch the recording later on. And next we go to our next sponsor, 𝗵𝗰𝗀𝗀 and Andrew. This is the giveaway for you guys from them. They're giving away like the Amazon Hack Series exclusive offer. No, the more you invest in off-Amazon marketing, the stronger your Amazon sales become. Don't fall behind. Start diversifying. Your omni-channel experts will show you how. They're gonna give you a free omni-channel marketing review plus a 30-minute one-on-one consultation with an omni-channel expert. That is from 𝗵𝗰𝗀𝗀. And again, you can scan the QR code here, and there is like a limited slots that you can apply for. So I'm gonna give you a few seconds for you guys to scan the QR code. And the value of the giveaway is $650. Okay, next, let's go to the next one. This is Dua and Arjun Mahadevan. He's a partner of mine who does similar stuff than we do. Taxes, everybody hates taxes in corporation, but guess what? You cannot do without that. And sometimes you're gonna get in big trouble if you're not follow the rules. So this is the the giveaway that they're giving you guys. They're gonna share a 5-minute hack in 9 minutes for your Amazon business growth in 2025, and you can scan to book a slot with them today. This is their giveaway. I'm gonna give you a few seconds to scan the QR code. Okay, and then we go to our next one. Rob Prime from Mr. Prime. He has the best name in the Amazon agency game. Rob Prime, and here is a special offer for you guys. You can get the full A retention plus upsell audit of your business on Amazon. You can find out how to own your customers and increase LTV. The free consultation plus and retention plus upsell and AI. Rob is a huge AI wizard, so I strongly recommend to scan the QR code, and you can book a free discovery call now and claim your offer. And now we go to our last but not the least. This is 𝗕𝗃𝗧 𝗢𝗃. This is the offer for you guys. You're gonna get 20% off all tools for the first year after a 30-day trial with them. So you can access all the tools here, but they have a tool called SellerWise, PriceWise, 𝗏𝗏 with premium support and free custom onboarding. So book a call with them and claim your offer. I'm gonna give you a few more seconds to that. We're gonna share those at the end when we're doing the poll, so you guys would be able to scan those again. And the last but not the least is one of my companies, 𝗃om Hot Sauce. It's a weekly newsletter which goes out to 30,000 Amazon and ecom brands, mostly in the USA. We have 70% open rate. We get like a few thousand clicks monthly. And the winner of today's hack is gonna get the free monthly feature worth $2,000. And we're fully booked till September, so it's a hot newsletter to be in. It's mine, but I really like it. I don't change it. Even some people tell me that it's very casual, but I don't care what people think. It's important. 70% of the people who read that like it, and I'm gonna continue to do it as we do it right now, and just gonna make it better. So, and now we go to the hack series. So what we're gonna do right now, guys, we're gonna start with the hacks. Each of our speakers is gonna have 1 minute to introduce themselves and 5 minutes to share a hack. We're gonna time them so everybody has the same fair time to share the hack. At the end, we're gonna start the poll, and you guys would be able to vote for the best hack in 5 minutes. We're streaming live on YouTube. We have a recording, so if you need to jump out or you cannot watch till the end, you can watch it tomorrow, but you cannot vote. So if you wanna see all the hacks and vote, and you'll be the guys who are gonna define who is the winner, stay till the end. And right now, I'm gonna just go through the hacks here and the speaker. So first is gonna be Danan Coleman. His hack is, it's possible to remove negative product reviews with ecom triage. Then number 2 would be Andrew Math, the Google loophole, how to hack Amazon rankings without spending a dime on ads. Then we're gonna have Arjun, who's gonna talk about the Dream 100 hack. Then Rob Prime is gonna talk about how to AI audit your Amazon account like a pro. Number 5, Tahir, how to discover winning private label products your customers need and are searching for. Number 6, Vincenzo Toscano, leverage the power of audiences to maximize the ROAS of your PPC. Number 7, Izabella Ritz, product research, Rewired, one prompt that leaves the tools behind campaigns. Number 8, John Tilley, Pimp My Image Carousel. That's a ecom hot sauce material. How to create algorithm optimized visual guidelines powered by deep AI research. Number 9, Paul Rafelson, weaponized compliance. Great hacker. Very interesting. Number 10, Ashrex, video sets you free. Move the needle with advanced Amazon video marketing. Elizabeth Green, 11, Win the Click, the creative formula for High-CTR sponsored brand ads. Number 12, Sebastian Eduard, the winner from our ROAS hack series. The Profits, treasure hunt, finding cash you forgot about in your ad pockets. Number 13, 𝗘𝗃𝗦𝗧, how to stay relevant without losing your brand voice. Number 14, 𝗟𝗏𝗁𝗀, boost your productivity, time-saving tips for Amazon sellers. Number 15, Oana Podorario, how Amazon maps meaning and why you should too for your product description. Number 16, Paul Harvey, TikTok ads for Amazon sellers, what you need to know. Number 17, Akash Singh, AMC audiences everyone can target immediately. Number 18, Ben Leonard, the exact process to get endless content from creators to blow up your brand on off on and off Amazon. And the last but not the least, my close friend John Elder, who rarely speaks on Weaponized, but he made the exception for me. His hack is exit like a billionaire. So right now, guys, let's start with the first speaker, Danan Coleman, and we can kick off the hacks. Okay, guys, I'm 2 minutes late, but that's cool, man. So let's start, Dana. Please introduce yourself to everybody here, what you do, and once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna turn on the timer, and we can see your hack.
All right, cool. I'm ready. Oh, I see. Okay, good. Yeah, I'll introduce myself. My name's Danan Coleman. I've been an Amazon seller for 15 years. Started in supplements in 2010. I'm still in supplements. Those of you that are in supplements probably know some of the pains that we go through as sellers. I've been in the software space for Amazon sellers for 7 years, starting with Managed by Stats, which then I helped broker the sale to 𝗬𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗃. And these days, I help Amazon sellers remove negative product reviews that violate Amazon's terms of service or are fraud. We also go after fraud stuff. So let me get my screen ready. Let's see. Are you guys seeing my screen here?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, sweet. So I'm going to make this really short. I'm ready. You can start the timer.
Okay, let's start.
Yeah. So I'm going to skip over all of the stuff about like how bad 1 stars are and stuff like that. And except for this one, I want to show you guys this one because this is a real account that I took a screenshot of. This is obviously a fraudulent account. This is some of the stuff that we look for are things like this. And then just what can happen when you remove reviews. Like I'm going to show you 2 images here. They're the same image, but I realize it's kind of hard to tell. But basically, it started out when I started removing reviews for them at a 4.2. Their BSR was 5170, and they were selling about 200 a month. And then when we got a few reviews removed for them, they're up at 1,000 monthly sales. They're at 824 BSR, and all that happened is they went from a 4.2 to 4.3. So one thing I just want to tell everyone, if you're at a 4.3, it is far easier to maintain that rating than it is to try to reacquire it once you drop to a 4.2, because Amazon's system is not mathematical. So this QR code puts you to a GPT that you can just paste your reviews into and get a response from the GPT on whether or not it's compliant. It's in beta. It doesn't work 100% of the time. In terms of like, if you put a link in there, it doesn't work. You actually need to paste the review. And I haven't tried it recently since I made some changes, but you should be able to also upload a spreadsheet broken out and have it give you a spreadsheet back on whether it's compliant or not. And if that doesn't work, I want to know. So I'm relying on those of you that are using this to make changes to the GPT. But basically, what you do, we all know about that click to report a review button. It's never once ever in my experience done anything, but I believe that Amazon does aggregate that data. And then the other thing you do is you send an email to community-help@amazon.com, community-help@amazon.com, and then you can also go to brand registry and submit a case there. So I'm just going to give you the template that I use. There's no magic about me removing reviews. It's just administratively a nightmare. And the only way to tell when Amazon actually removes a review is to go look and see if that review link is still there. So that's how we determine if a review is removed. So here's the template. Take a screenshot of this. If anyone wants to, for me to send this to them, Danan at ecomtriage.com. That's DANAN at ecomtriage.com. But this is the template that you use. So start off with clicking the report button, then send an email with this in this format to Community Help. And you've got to keep it succinct. There's 2 things that Amazon doesn't care about: you and your opinion. Okay, so keep the emotion out of it. Keep the data succinct and the information really light and only exactly what it needs to be in order for somebody that speaks English as a second language to quickly review and say, oh, I see what they're asking for, I see the problem, and I see what the recommended action is. Remove the review. This is critical that you have this in there. I actually think that anyone that wants reviews removed on their account, you should try this and and my GPT first before you even come to me to see if you're able to do it. If you can't do it, then set an appointment, or you don't have the time for it, which is what I find is the most cases for brands, then just scan this QR code and that will take you to a form that you fill out. I will run an audit for your brand. It's free. And then we'll go over what I found, what I think can be removed for your brand. And, you know, outside of this, if there's any other way that I can help you, let me know. I have a vast network within the Amazon space that I've been building for the last 7 years plus, not including my seller time. And, you know, I usually know someone. I know a lot of people on this webinar, for instance, and they all do very good work. So that's pretty much it from me. I actually don't know what domain this goes to. Just screenshot the QR code if you can't take it right now, if you're on your phone. I'm done.
Okay, that's good then. So everyone, this is number one, Danan Coleman. This is the hack, you know. Yep, it's possible to remove negative product reviews with eCom Triage. You guys can scan the QR code. You can actually get in touch with Danan. Danan, please know, write your email as well so people get in touch. And we're gonna send the recording tomorrow with the context for the speaker so you guys can actually get in touch and get the full presentation. So again, this is number one. If you like the hack, write it down and wait for the other hacks. And then there should be only one hack that you choose, you know. So that's the email, danan@ecomtriage.com.
That only went to the host and panelists. I can't send it to everyone in the.
Yeah, I'll send it to everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Cool.
this is number one, everyone. Write it down if you like it. And then you go to number two, Andrew Muff, the Google Whoop how to hack Amazon rankings without spending a dime on ads. So Andrew, do a short intro about yourself for those that don't know you, and once you're ready, let me know. You're gonna turn the timer. Thank you, Danan.
You got it. Thank you, sir. Obviously, thank you everyone who has tuned in. It's pretty crazy to see this many people join for 2 hours to go through all these hacks. So really cool. Thank you for having me. My name is Andrew Maff. I'm the founder and CEO of 𝗵𝗰𝗀𝗀. We're a full service marketing firm for e-commerce brands, and we tend to focus on developing omni-channel strategies. So basically helping Amazon sellers leverage off marketplace initiatives to grow their Amazon business, but also help them diversify. I've been in e-commerce marketing for a little over 15, 16 years now. I'm also the host of the ecom show. This is all we do all day long, talking about how to diversify and not be so reliant on Amazon, but also how to use more off-marketplace approaches to develop these different strategies. And Nick, I'm ready to go if you are, buddy.
Okay, let's go, man.
Beautiful. So this is all we do. So we're going to be talking about SEO today, and I know that that's kind of an interesting thing. I know this is an event about hacks for Amazon, and I'm going to be talking to you about how to leverage off Amazon strategies to improve your Amazon business. And so the SEO side of things is something that is often very overlooked, and so that's what we're going to be talking today about is the Google loophole, which is how to hack your Amazon rankings without spending a dime on ads. And one of the reasons I wanted to focus on this, because these statistics are accurate. So since 2020, last 5 years, FBA fees have increased an average of 10% year over year. CPCs have averaged an increase of 8% year over year, and competition is up an average of 6% year over year. Earlier this year, I was lucky enough to do a similar conversation at Prosper and got to speak directly next to Amazon's booth, which was hilarious to basically tell people, hey, you should leave Amazon. And someone at Amazon actually told me that last year, and I take this with a grain of salt because I don't know if it's entirely true, but 73% of products sold on Amazon in the Amazon US were from international sellers. Whether they had an entity in the States or not is a different thing, but basically what's happening is we're seeing Amazon costs, both from an FBA perspective and a CPC perspective, increase because we're seeing more and more competition come in. However, the competition that's coming in is keeping the price points very, very low. So the problem is your margins are getting crushed. And so one of the best ways to combat that is by leveraging something like an SEO. So I don't want to brag, but that's exactly who we're going to talk about today. So Bragg is a client of ours that we work with both, from an SEO perspective, and we work with them a lot from a off Amazon perspective, focusing on their SEO for their website, but we don't want to bite the hand that feeds us. So we still find ways to incorporate their Amazon business. And so what you'll often find, which there's an example off to the right side of your screen here, is like looking at theirs, they are outranking this Goalie apple cider vinegar gummy, and they only have 20,000 reviews, whereas Goalie's got 365,000. How is that happening? Typically because they're actually seeing more and more traffic coming in from an off Amazon perspective as opposed to an on Amazon. So they're able to outrank them even though they may not have as many reviews as someone else does. So real quick, I'm going to run through the basics just to make sure we're all on the same page. I've only got 5 minutes, so I got to talk fast. So if I miss anything, feel free to shoot me an email. Happy to help out from there. Basic stuff, right? Domain authority. Every website has a domain authority. Amazon, of course, being the monster that it is, has a perfect 100 domain authority. Most websites absolutely do not. However, every page has its own page authority. So every time a new listing is launched, it's a completely new page authority. Now, it can rank significantly higher than your average web page because it's connected to Amazon.com that has this massive domain authority. So what you want to do is focus on your Amazon listing that has its own page authority to improve that. And so basically, you kind of think of it like Amazon is the highway and your listing, it's like a side street. So it's another way of getting more traffic to Amazon to your listing without being so reliant on fighting for those broad keywords on Amazon.com. So basically, the higher the page authority that you have, the higher odds you have of ranking higher on Amazon. And so naturally, if you're getting more visibility, more off Amazon traffic, you're getting more sales, more reviews, better rankings. And so your organic starts to improve over time. So you're not so reliant on fighting for the more general paid advertising sides. So anything you can do to bring in off Amazon traffic really helps your Amazon rankings. And Google loves these strong signals as well, just because they're seeing such higher conversion rates on Amazon, which improves the overall ranking on Google also. So why do you care, right? What's the point? So Amazon loves this external traffic. There's a ton of ways to make it happen, but essentially the higher that you can get your page authority, the higher you can get your listing to rank on Google, the more clicks you're going to get on Google that are going to go directly to your Amazon listing. That is then going to bring you more conversions and better rankings on Amazon. So the more that you focus on SEO from an off Amazon perspective, you're actually going to improve the SEO on Amazon. And so one of the best ways to do this is we're SEMrush partners, so we tend to leverage it this way. So if you use SEMrush, you can actually go to their backlink analysis, backlinks, and you just enter in your Amazon URL. So enter in your listing URL, and you will see every domain that might be referencing you. You will see exactly what your page authority is. It will help you figure out the best places that your SEO is currently ranking at, but also other places that you can start to get these backlinks.
Andrew, 30 seconds left.
Gotcha. Speeding it up. Backlinks, ton of different ways to do this. So you can get backlinks from traditional outreach, guest blog posts. You can do it from creating your own different content, having it on your own website. You can also submit things to like different roundups. So, you know, top X things, top Y things for the holidays, etc. Doing guest blog posts, getting mentioned in press. Anything you can do to get a backlink to your Amazon listing will start to improve that organic ranking over time. And the way you can speed that up is if you actually start to drive traffic to wherever those backlinks are, whether that's through something like doing a max clicks campaign through Google ads, social ads, email marketing, etc. And if you use your Amazon attribution link, you'll get that 10% referral commission back. So it's a great way to improve that traffic over time, as well as getting that 10% back, doing things through blogs, even YouTube and short form videos. I'm going to speed through this. So if anyone needs the deck, feel free to reach out. But obviously wanted to make sure I give everyone the opportunity. As we mentioned in the beginning, head over to bluetusker.com/omnichannel, and we will set you up with a completely free marketing review and take an evaluation of everything I talked about today. And I know I'm at my time, so thank you all, and I appreciate it.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you. Great presentation. Yeah, I like to have such chats with Amazon people because we love them and we hate them at the same time. We make a lot of money with them, but we need to tell them when they step on the wrong toe. Okay, guys, so this is number 2, everyone. Andrew Math, the Google loophole, how to hack Amazon rankings without spending a dime on ads. Okay, so this is number 2. Write it down if you like it. And then we go to number 3. Number 3 is Arjun Mahadevan, Dream 100 hack. I have no clue what is this hack about, but thank you, Andrew, again. Arjun, please introduce yourself. And once you're ready, let me know. I'm going to turn on the timer. Arjun, I cannot hear.
Thank you for the intro. This is my introduction slide. My name is Arjun Mahadevan, also known as Mr. LLC. I kid you not, I'm obsessed with LLCs. I even got an earring that says LLC so I can turn myself into a billboard. And been working on Doula for 4.5 years, founder and CEO. My goal is to help 1 billion entrepreneurs in ecom start, launch, and level up their e-commerce business. Okay, we can start the clock.
Okay, let's go, man.
I'm going to talk today. I'm actually not going to sell or offer anyone on what we do, which is entity formation, bookkeeping, or tax. I want to do a framework, which is actually what we've used. It's called the Dream 100. And the Dream 100 is actually a flywheel, which we've built to grow our business organically without spending $1 on ads. And it starts with 100 DMs. We are venture back. We've raised $13 million. Doula now serves over 10,000 entrepreneurs in over 175 countries. So this is something we've actually implemented and we use. I want to share that sauce. So this isn't a specific hack. I'm not selling an offer on LLC or bookkeeping. I want to share a growth framework. In this day and age, I do believe most companies don't die because they can't build the product. They die because they can't repeatedly acquire customers. So this started because we were actually spending on paid, and nothing's wrong with paid, but there's nothing compounding from it. You're paying Zuckerberg on Facebook, or you're paying Google, and you're continuing to pay, and you have to keep refeeding the pot. So effectively, what this hack is, and I'll walk through the exact step-by-step process, is I went and thought about for our offer, which is LLC, bookkeeping, taxes, e-commerce analytics, sales tax registrations, your entire e-commerce back office in one place. Who are the top people in that niche who have an audience that is interested in that? And I made a list. I actually sat down and made a list of the top 100. It wasn't 101. I said, it's only going to be 100. And then I said, I'm going to reach out to them. And rather than trying to go out and pick off individual people, if we can partner with this Dream 100, you then have access to their audience. So I'm going to run through this step-by-step playbook for this. This applies to any business. I'll show you how we did it. There's 4 steps. The first step, and this is where most people actually get excited. This was me. And you get excited, but you don't take action. And the first step here is you actually have to block off, I would say, 2 to 3 hours. Pull up your GPTs, pull up your Googles, and go down and just start searching on each platform. You actually probably know where people are finding you today. For the top 100 people who are influential on different platforms, could be YouTube, could be X, could be LinkedIn, could be newsletters, podcasts. And there's a couple of prompts here. Where do people talk about companies in your space? Where do you think they subscribe? What content do they consume? And then is there education they're paying for? So this is actually the most important step, is building your list. The second thing is then a lot of people think, hey, and I actually made this mistake, go out and pitch them on, hey, partner with me. And I used to send this 20-paragraph email with the full laundry list of why you should partner and your commissions and click this button to get started. Terrible responses. I'm actually at the end going to show you the email I've optimized, 20% cold response rate. I'll show that email. But instead, I changed the approach. Instead of actually pitching them to partner, I said, hey, you want to come on my podcast? It's called the 15-Minute Founder. We interview creators and founders, go behind the scenes. We've interviewed folks all the way from Billy McFarland. He ran Fire Festival to Sahil Bloom, creators, founders, entrepreneurs. We interview them. And then once they come on the podcast, I get to amplify them for free. They get to promote themselves for free. And I'm just having a conversation with them. Then the other thing I'll do is I actually don't even ask them if we can partner. I say, hey, do you have someone on your team we can chat with? They're usually busy too. So now the next part is we deliver a ton of value. The first thing is get them on the podcast. And then the actual value is, hey, we're going to give you 50% uncapped commissions. We also offer recurring commissions. Those are commission levels which are unheard of in our space. Now, here's the coolest part. This is where the flywheel starts to spin. That first set of 100 DMs, I maybe got 2 responses. Everyone else just ignored me. But once you get the first people in, you can then go back to the other 98 people and say, hey, we work with this person. And then you know what they do? They're like, oh, crap. If you're working with them, I should probably work with them too. And then you go through the next spin and you maybe get 10 responses. Then you take those 12 people and you go back and say, hey, checking back in, we're now working with boom, boom, boom. And those people usually follow each other too. You're also publishing a podcast. They follow each other. Affiliates follow affiliates. Partners follow affiliates. That flywheel starts to spin too. And all of a sudden, you've realized from 100 DMs and some persistent follow-up, you've now built this engine, this partnership engine where you can build your audience, but you get to leverage the audience of these incredible partners.
Arjun,
So that was quite literally
1 minute
the
left.
100.
1 minute left, sorry.
Final thing I'm going to share here before I wrap up is you can screenshot this. I'm sharing some alpha here. This is the exact email I sent, over a 20% cold response rate. So maybe this is the hack for the Dream 100. You can see the email is you emailed the direct person. You can find their email. It's usually first name at company. My subject line is appropriate contact. And you could say for partnerships, for sponsorships, if you're going after the CTO, put whatever that is. And then this is the email. I would say, hey, whatever your name is, could you put me in touch with the person responsible for partnerships or sponsorships? So in this case, that's who I was trying to chat with. Thanks for your help. That's it. No links, no hyperlinks. My email signature that was optimized. It has my name, it has the company, it has my social profile. So what happens is people click and go look. So I have a full YouTube video on this, but this is the exact email. Build your list of 100, send this email. I guarantee it'll work if you follow up. And I won't play that video. Thank you so much. Remember, it's never too late to turn your dream idea into your dream business. And if you're ready to start, just do it. Thank you.
Okay, great, Arjun. I shouldn't be saying that because I'm the host, but this is one of my favorite hacks ever because I've been doing that for a long time. That's the reason why I have what we do here today. I don't remember how we got in touch with you, but that might have been how we got in touch with you. So make sure to write down number 3, guys. Arjun, Dream 100 hack. If you like it, you can vote for him at the end. 3 is my favorite number, so far now, great hack. So now we go to number 4, and thank you again, Arjun. Number 4 is Rob Prime, how to AI audit your Amazon account like a pro. So Rob, please introduce yourself, and once you're ready, let me know we can get started. Thank you again, Arjun. Rob, we don't hear you.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. My name is Robert Prime, and I've been building businesses for about 24 years now. Started off in Google, and SEO, and back when it was Lycos and things, and then built up various businesses over the years and sold 2 Amazon businesses, and basically been in Amazon long enough to, my first product was the garlic press, which is actually something I'm highlighting today out of interest. Run 𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏.com, which is an Amazon agency. We work with clients full service over the world. And yeah, and that's all. So let me share my screen.
Okay, man. So let me know once you're ready and we can get started.
Do you see my screen?
Yes, I see screen.
1 second. Okay. Right, let me move this out of the way. Yeah. So basically what I wanted to do, we're ready to start, sorry. If you could.
Let's start.
So what I wanted to do was, we're building a lot of AI tools in my business at the moment. We've actually hired a few AI people to do it. And rather than show you a tool that you can't use, I wanted to show you something that you can use. So first things first, I did this today before we started actually, 2 prompts that work particularly well that you can use. One is a listing audit prompt, and I'll share them, rob@mrprime.com, or however we can share them here, or screenshot this. That's the first one. The second one is a market basket analysis prompt, which will analyze from your Seller Central account. And I'm going to show you real time how to use them, and then I'm going to show you the outputs, and then I'm going to show you how you polish the outputs as well if you want to. And it will all cost you about $44 a month total. So 2 great tools I use. So first things first, I mentioned that the first product was a garlic press. So when I was looking for a product to order, I thought, why not go for a garlic press? And I was probably one of the, not the first to sell a garlic press, but I was pretty close. So that shows how long I've been doing this. But anyway, go to the listing, take 2 screenshots. One screenshot the top thing, which shows the images and the main thing there. And then 2, go down and make sure that you do the A+ content, which is there. And you may have to make your screen smaller to do that. Once you've done that, put them in here like so by uploading them. And then you take your prompt, which was this one for this is the listing audit. Just copy it here and paste it in there. And then you can use GPT-3 or 4. I'm using 3, and it will run here. But the clever thing is about GPT-3 is that it's basically will go in and analyze every single image. It's going to look for psychological triggers. It's going to look for core value proposition. It's really going to encompass a hell of a lot, actually. So I won't bore you too much by making it go through, because I've got one here. But what's fun is when you look at this, you can see the thinking, and it will actually start screenshotting and chopping up and cropping the images as well. So while that's happening there, here's the result of it. And I'll go back to the other one to show you, but this is the actual results that you get. So this was the one I ran earlier, just because I thought I might not have time. It takes about a few minutes, or 1 minute 41. Anyway, on the garlic press, what they're doing shows heavy duty garlic press, price-led positioning, which we know £5, a lot of reviews, etc., and the signals. It shows the psychological triggers, effect on shopper, where it appears, their authority, and so forth. Emotional relief. It shows image carousel tear on main image, lifestyle, what it does, what its strategic job is to do. So this will work well on any brand basically. And this is where it gets interesting. It shows you the copy and keyword analysis. So your hooks. It shows you the keywords that they're most likely going to be using, which is going to be core. You'll be able to get more detailed ones, but this is, very actionable anyway. And then it shows you the most important part of this, I think, is it shows you actionable weaknesses a new entrant can exploit. So if you're coming up against a new entrant, for example, cleaning paint still inferred, not conquered, no brush, no built-in cleaner, get a thing, no trust anchor beyond crowd reviews, zero mention of warranty certifications, food grade material. We don't mention the warranty necessarily, but food grade material certifications, benefit coverage stops at speed and durability, ignores health and versatility. So include those. I said, which is all good insights. I said, can you make these better images for me one by one? And it makes them here. So it's actually going to make the images for me and then carry on. So I just got it to do this. And it's literally going to make a lot of images. And again, if I had my product, I could put it in there and it would reference those and so on. And lastly, I asked it, how can we make Rufus and L&L recommendations, recommend it more on and off Amazon? And then it went here and gave me a whole breakdown of exactly where I should put things about durability, about conversational led, LLM patterns, and so forth, and then with an action plan as well. So very much got that. The second part of the hack is the fulfillment part, where go to reports, all orders, download all your orders. I did it for the last 6 months. Most LLMs and ChatGPT, etc., won't process this amount of information. So GenSpark is super good. And basically, GenSpark, you do this, you take the prompt number 2, which is the market prompt, which is basically going to look for bundles and upsell opportunities from your exact sales. Prompt that in there, put your text file in there, which is this one that you've downloaded. And then this is the output. It's going to show you bundle opportunities, what people buy together, in your thing, and how to make bundles and upscale from that. After that, you can just say simply make slides that I can show my client who makes them visually stunning.
Rob, 30 seconds left.
And it'll make you these slides here with all of your revenue, all the bundles to add, and the uplift opportunity. For the other one, for the garlic press, paste in your output to that, put it there, and then ask it to make slides in GenSpark as well, and it will literally make you perfect actionable slides that you can send to your designers. GenSpark, I think it's about $20, ChatGPT $20, and both amazing, and I'll send the prompts and so forth, but that's the most action I can give in 5 minutes. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Rob. So everyone, this is number 4, Rob Prime, how to AI audit your Amazon account 𝗬𝗍𝗀 Pro. So write down number 4, everyone, and if you like it, you can vote for Rob at the end. So thanks again, Rob. And we go to number 5 now. Tahir Khan, how to discover winning private label products your customers need and are searching for. So Tahir, please introduce yourself. Let me know once you're ready, and we can get started. Hey, Tahir, we cannot hear you. I cannot hear, man. No. You guys don't hear him as well, right? It's not only me.
No.
Okay.
How about now? Can
Okay,
you...
now we can hear you, man. Yeah, we can hear you now. So
Sorry about that. I thought
no
I was
worries.
a technologist. Anyways, hey guys, my name is Tahir Khan, founder and CEO of Rocket Seller, new kid on the block, second time tech founder. The first time I founded and sold the company that was in a completely unrelated space, parking and transportation. Built the world's first true cloud-based parking system in 2009. When cloud meant the cloud, it didn't have any technical connotation associated with it. Now that Rocket Seller is live and well, we offer multiple products. So the journey, the intent of Rocket Seller is to have a tool for every step in the seller's journey, like sell-wise, multi-channel listing and fulfillment, list-wise, listing optimization, price-wise, automated pricing. So there's a lot of chaos in the e-commerce industry. What we do is not build tools, but we try to build unfair competitive advantages that sellers like you can take advantage of. With that said, I would like to walk through something that we are building currently. It's in beta, and I'll show you what we have, and then we'll take it from there. Hey,
Okay, man. You ready?
I can start sharing my screen. 1 second.
Okay.
Okay. Can everyone see my screen?
No, I cannot. Okay, now we can. Okay, you ready to hear?
Yeah. So,
Okay, man, let's start.
So guys, traditionally how people do product research, especially for private label sellers, what they do is go to Jungle Scout or use Helium's 10 keyword research tool and try to reverse engineer, which is already working in a saturated market space. What we need to do is put our hack sauce down for a second and really think, what is it that the customer needs? And what if there was a tool that could not eliminate, but considerably reduce your launch risk. So you have all the information before even you launch. And that's what we're building right now. It's in beta called 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗴. So it's a new way to think about product research, forget about piggybacking or reverse engineering a saturated market. What you can do is get all the competitive intelligence upfront in a single tool that puts you miles ahead of your competition. So what I'm sharing with you is our dashboard. You can do a quick launch risk of an ASIN or product that you're trying to build. The dashboard tells you how many hidden gems are found. Hidden gems are gems where the competitive index is low, the profitability index is low, medium saturation, where you can actually differentiate and win. 19,000 plus trending opportunities. And this is real data from Amazon's Product Opportunity Explorer that we download and feed our custom LLM and enrich it with our inferencing. So we run it off our own custom LLM. And you'll see high profit margin products, low risk opportunities, trending opportunities, 10 gems found, and you can scroll through the trending opportunities. Is my screen frozen?
I don't know. I mean, your mouse is moving, so it was good on my end.
Okay, let's go into the top 10 gems and look at what we offer. We offer a very, very detailed advanced filter so you can really nail down your products. And then what we differentiate on is this. Before even you launch, we have a hidden gem scoring system, a growth potential, market intelligence, search volume growth, current price, recommended price, financial projections, break-even timeline, the cash flow requirements for the product, the funding needs, ROAS scenarios, realistic, conservative, and aggressive, top competitors, competitive gaps, white space opportunities, and we tell you what the launch optimal launch timing is, the operational risk, the competitive compliance risk, market strategy, niche player. We also tell you the rationale for the tacos and provide you the tacos when available, suggested keywords, opportunity summary, and a differentiation angle, and a market disruption opportunity. So you have a wealth of information that you had to compile manually over months. And private label sellers, what they're always doing, either they're innovating or launching, and this significantly cuts down your product research time from months to under 5 minutes. And like I said, this product is currently under beta.
Tahir, 1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Sure, I'll be done. It's in beta, and we have some beta users actively helping us. So if you really want to participate in the beta, get back to me, and Nick will share my email address. And that's about it from my side, Nick. Over and out.
Okay, thank you, Tahir. So everyone, this is number 5, Tahir Khan, how to discover winning private label products your customers need and are searching for. So write down number 5 if you like it, and you can vote for Tahir and his hack at the end. So thank you again, Tahir. And now we go to my close friend and past winner of the hack series, Vincenzo Toscano, who is calling from Venezuela. He has 5 minutes to share a hack, and then he goes to a party for his girlfriend's birthday. I'm not joking.
Hello, Nick.
I told you.
How you doing?
No, okay, man, but that's crazy.
here,
Man.
I'm
That's
here.
not Venezuela. That's
No,
not
I'm
Venezuela.
back in
Man.
London. Back in London. Back in
Okay,
London.
yeah, man. So I lied to you guys. Don't remove
Good.
that. That's
I'm
not
always
true.
moving
So,
around, you know.
okay, so tell us, introduce yourself, and after that, let me know when we can start the timer.
Yeah, of course. So first of all, Nick, as usual, thank you so much for the opportunity. It's a pleasure to be here. For everybody here, thank you so much for attending today's session. So I'm going to give you a brief introduction about myself, the company, and then of course dive into today's topic. So as Nick said, my name is Vincenzo Toscano, founder and CEO of 𝗕𝗃𝗧. We've been in this space for over 6 years now. We specialize on scaling and growing brands on Amazon, Walmart, and TikTok. Right now, we manage over 9-figure portfolio and over 8-figure in ad spend when it comes to active ad management. So we have a lot of experience when it comes to understanding what works, what doesn't work, and that's actually some of the strategies we're going to be sharing on today's presentation. And beyond the agency, I also have a podcast, the e-commerce lab podcast, so feel free to check it out, where we have amazing minds, most of them actually on this call today with me. Yeah, that's everything from my side. So Nick, you can start the timer and we can go. Yeah.
Okay, let's start, man.
Yeah. Awesome, guys. So today's presentation is about audiences, which, if you ask me, I think is the future when it comes to Amazon. Why is the future? We have seen how Amazon is being investing a lot of time into effectively understanding and reverse engineering the consumer with Rufus, right? They really want to make sure that everything's personalized when it comes to making sure every single time a person goes into the platform, effectively everything that they see on their app or the website is effectively what is targeting that person based on how they shop, what they have done in the app, etc. Now, that's where Amazon Marketing Cloud comes into the play, because Amazon Marketing Cloud, what allows you to do is effectively understand all the patterns of people that engage with your brand and your products, and you can create audiences out of that. For those that have done meta ads, for example, in the past, or Google Ads, you know that audiences is effectively the most important thing, because that's where you effectively understand, who is the consumer that spends more money with you, who is the consumer that keeps buying from you and keeps on a recurring basis spending money with you, or who effectively is a person that you can upsell other products. And by us understanding that on Amazon, that's going to be the next thing. We already see how with audiences now influencing into PPC, which is what I'm going to be showing today, that's affecting significantly the ROAS in terms of the return on investment we're getting. And we also see how ads now start to also influence things such as Rufus and the results page people see when engaging with the AI. That's why now you need to make sure that your audiences are fully personalized, so when that specific avatar is looking for your product, that shows in front of that person. Now, what usually we try to do with a Amazon Marketing Cloud is we try to create rules. That's effectively what we try to do. We try to create rules in the sense that we want to find people that has bought from us in the last 30 days, people has abandoned the car, people that is on a specific location, people with specific gender. You can go as deep as you want, which is what I love about this. Myself having an engineering background, everything that's to do with data is effectively something that I'm really passionate about. And if you really go deep into this, that this is something that's going to effectively set some brands apart from the rest, because while you keep focusing on the old way of doing ads, which is only focusing on keywords, everybody's going to go now, the big brands are investing a lot of money into this, some of the brands we're working with, and now they understand, it's not anymore about the keyword, it's about making sure that the right person is looking for that keyword, right? Now, going to the next step in terms of how we start implementing this within PPC. If you go actually within your PPC dashboard, you're going to now start seeing across all your campaigns when you go within or you add a group level that you have within the placement tab, and then I'm going to show you a screenshot, an audience tab. And that's where everything's going to change the game, because now what you can effectively do is, let's say you're selling a water bottle for somebody that's hiking, but water bottle itself is a huge term. It has thousands and thousands of search terms. So at the same time, you know that your water bottle is only meant for people to do hiking. So what you can do with Amazon Marketing Cloud is you can create an audience for people that is passionate about hiking, that has X amount of interest that comes down to hiking. And only when that person that targets that specific avatar is looking for water bottle on the search results, the bid is going to have a boosting. Effectively, you're having a multiplier on the keyword only when the avatar is the most accurate to your brand is shopping for your product. Now this is completely changing the game, because in the past, the reason why PPCs be so unprofitable is we're doing so generic. Now you can tailor that to the specific persona. Here's the screenshot I was talking about. If you go within your PPC dashboard and within the campaigns, you go to bid adjustment and audiences. There, that's where you're gonna be able to add the audiences. The trick here is that you have to have access to Amazon Marketing Cloud to effectively create these audiences. And I'm gonna show you in the next slides how you get that. So here's a quick case study of a brand we're working with. So just by doing something like this, in a matter of 2 months, we managed to increase the ROAS by over 100%. And this was very simplistic kind of implementation. We create the audiences with Amazon Marketing Cloud. We identified the interest. We identified the data going back to 1 year within Amazon Marketing Cloud. We create the audiences. We did that within the top keywords, and our conversion skyrocketed. And not only we increased the ROAS from a PPC perspective, our organic also had improvement, because by spiking conversion, which we know and have heard that across all presentations, the organic is also going to have a boost. So this is something you should be doing right now. And all the top brands we're working with, they're doing that as we speak. So how do you create these audiences? There's a couple of ways of how you can create these audiences. Like you can
Vincenzo,
do this
30 seconds left.
Yeah, you can do this within DSP, and effectively you can create this re-engagement through DSP, or you can create with a 𝗬𝗵𝗶 data, or effectively you can just use historical data and then use that to modify your bids. So this is other advanced strategies in terms of how you can use Amazon Marketing Cloud based on retargeting, based on specific keywords, or to launch new products. You create your existing audience. And these are some ways of getting access. The conclusion here in terms of getting access, like everybody has access to Amazon Marketing Cloud. If you don't have access as your rep or your agency, and therefore through Amazon Marketing Cloud, you're going to be able to create these audiences to then embed within your PPC dashboard and implement everything I just said, which is targeting the right avatar and boosting your bids only when that avatar is searching for your specific bid. So any questions? If you want us to help you with that, feel free to scan the QR code here on the screen, where we can help you figure out how to implement Amazon Marketing Cloud and make sure we can boost your ROAS when running your PPC. So Nick, that's everything from me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vincenzo. So
yeah.
Everyone, this is number 6, Vincenzo Toscano. Leverage the power of audiences to maximize the ROAS of your PPC. So everyone, number 6 again. Thanks again, Vincenzo. Now you're free man to go and party. And thanks for sharing the hack. I'm gonna message you later on if you want. So thanks again, man.
See you guys. Thank you.
See you, man. And now we go to number 7, Izabella Ritz, one of the best hackers in the space. Even if she doesn't win, you should sign up for her newsletter. Better stuff, better content, really cool stuff. And now let me tell her hack. It's product research Rewired, one prompt that leaves the tool behind campaign. So Izabella, thanks for joining again. Please introduce yourself, and once you're ready, let me know. I'm gonna turn on the timer.
Well, Nick, thank you so much for the introduction, guys. Yeah, my name is Izabella Ritz. Thank you for having me today. Damn, I even don't know who I am right now, because I'm running an agency for Amazon sellers. We're helping with product research, development, and validation. I have my horseback riding school that we opened back in January. So now I am mom of 17 horses, 3 dogs, 4 children. And we also have real local leads agency. So we're helping local businesses to run leads, to get leads and convert into a lot of sales. So I do it all. Primarily, everything is with the back end of AI, and we're powering AI to pretty much do every single action and simplifying and trying to make it efficient. So today I'm going to share with you how to find product and how to launch it with AI, and how to find this perfect angle and vision to the product you're planning to launch, because we're struggling with two primary things: is what to launch and how to launch. Everything else in between, you have a lot of speakers, a lot of experts, a lot of companies that help you with that. So you will be able to get this presentation if you guys would want to. It's a lot of copy on a, I don't know if we're mirroring here. It's like on my side, it's on the left side. So the initial prompt is right here, where it's perfectly structured for you to find product with ChatGPT, as long as you have paid version, and you have to use the deep search, so you'll be able to get great results, where you have to input the price point that you are looking for based on the retail pricing on the market. And you can tweak based on the niche, so that where you'll be able to get better results.
Izabella, did you start it, by the way?
Oh yeah, I did. I thought I'm already
okay.
timing.
No, yeah, no. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so you can change your pricing $35 to $70. This is like I think it's a great it's a great middle line where you still can be profitable and you are not losing a lot of money on PPC, and you have pretty good margins at this pricing if you're doing it correctly. So, but for those of you that want to go higher, $120 will be a nice pricing here when you're changing the prompt. So now, if you want to have a shorter prompt, you can do just simple, find 3 unique baby gear products, or you can change the niche for outdoor consumables, whatever you want. You also change pricing, and you can add some specifics, like some people don't want electronics or don't want any batteries or something like that, hazmat. So you're generally speaking, copy and pasting it to ChatGPT. So step number 2, you're getting product ideas. I put some like very generic ones, so no one will be trying to replicate it, because those products you should not be selling on Amazon without understanding what is behind the product. And when you get these ideas, usually ChatGPT will give you the unique angle to solve the customer complaints, opportunity to improve the design, retail price, cost of goods, the estimate of cost of goods. And you can use optional Smart Scout, Amazon Product Opportunity Explorer, Hill and 10. I don't work with them anymore, but you still can use them. At the meantime, it's supposed to be with the data on the back end. So now the primary hack is going where you are moving from ChatGPT to Perplexity, and you're asking which ones are the top performing D2C brands in baby travel gear category in 2024. And I just picked this one because I started with it with ChatGPT prompt. And you're going to Perplexity to ask this question. So this is the Perplexity answer. So we're gathering data on the back end, and I gave you the screenshot. There are a little bit more brands. Like here we have like brand number 1, brand number 2, 3, 4, 5, and I think it was like about 10. So on the next question you are asking, that's the really, really important one. What is the name of the brand, product development process, and launch strategy? So you want to take a look how this brand was able to succeed without actually going through like a lot of Google analytics and without going through a lot of articles, so you can actually pull this data. And the primary thing you will be able to see is what did this brand do within the time. You have links used to the sources. You can actually understand how they've been working on a prototype, on a product planning, on product launching. And you can also have the summary table that will give you perspective, and you'll be able to actually understand what was going on with this brand on the back end. And generally speaking, the primary takeaway here is you're using prompt on top of the prompt. You're going through the data validation, and you're launching like a top brand without doing really any type of the guesswork, because you're pulling this data in seconds using AI. And you can build 100K product, you can build $1 million product. It's all about how you're approaching data and how you're able to read it. And if you want to have more tips, tricks, I'm dropping pretty much every single day something into WhatsApp chat. It's free. I don't do personal consulting for free, but I do answer questions about product research, validation, and development, especially with AI in my WhatsApp group. So you feel free to scan it and join it. And I hope it's been useful for you guys, and you're going to implement it when you'll decide to launch something cool. Done.
Okay, thank you, Izabella. So this is number 7. Izabella reads product research reward. One prompt that leaves the tool behind campaigns. You can get in touch with Izabella, scan the QR code, and if you like the hack, vote for her at the end. So this is
Yeah,
magnificent,
vote.
magnificent number 7, Izabella reads.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you again, Izabella. So now we go to the next one, number 8, John Tilley. John Tilley and his hack, Pimp My Image Carousel, how to create algorithm optimized visuals, guidelines powered by deep AI research. So John,
Slick
out
Nick,
here.
what's happening?
Oh, good man, too hot here. I need to be inside, like in Dubai, but I'm not in Dubai. So what's up?
What's
No,
happening?
nothing to do about that. So John, tell the quick intro, and once you're ready, let me know and I can turn on the timer.
Hold on, I've got to sorry, I think I'm on the wrong screen here. Hold on, sorry. Can you see? Sorry guys, I shared my wrong screen. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Can you see my screen?
It's yes, A powered, but actually it's A powered Amazon SEO tools to scale revenue and profits fast. Is
Okay,
that
great.
the one?
Yeah,
Awesome.
let's start. Good to
Okay,
go?
let's start.
Okay,
Yes,
guys,
let's
just a quick intro. I'm John Tilley, the CEO of ZonGuru. As Nick just said, we have a stack of AI-powered tools specifically around SEO and optimization on Amazon to help you with organic growth and get you those revenue and profits fast. We've had a lot of firsts in the space, everything from the first in the industry to integrate with AI, Rufus optimization, keyword intelligence that is contextual, a bunch of tools there that you can use. What I want to talk about today is a new beta tool that's coming out, which is really how to optimize your image stack, your carousel 1 through 7. Using deep AI research to figure out exactly what you should be putting in each image so that you are telling the right story, both for human conversion and for algorithmic conversion to get you better organic rank. Hopefully you guys get the reference with the picture there, just for fun. But let's talk about this for a second. So your image carousel is critical, right? I want to remind you, as a hack, how can you improve those images using AI research? And why is it important? One, obviously customers buy with their eyes, right? Looking at your images. What is the story that's being told straight through your images? What is your through funnel conversion metrics, right? So, that's really critical. If customers are buying with their eyes, can you get them to get the click, to add to cart, and what does it look like and how does it help the algorithm? What is Amazon's AI, Rufus, Cosmo, etc., reading in your images, right? You can take your image, drop it into AI, and ask it to tell you what does it see, and you'll be interested to see what comes back. It's the same with Amazon, right? Everything from what's actually in the visual content through to meta tags, etc. It's really important to understand what AI is reading in your image. And then what makes it stand out. So this is the piece that never changes, right? How do you really stand out so that human clicking on it actually is interested in seeing what's there? So understanding customer sentiment is really important. So the hack here is obviously we have a tool here that you can use, but I'm going to give you also a free prompt that you can use. You can drop it in to get similar results. You have to input some things that we figure out for you on our side. You just have to enter them yourself, but I will give you access to that free prompt towards the end of this as well. I want to show you a little bit of what this looks like from a tool perspective. So the deep AI image research, what we're doing on our side, using API data through Amazon, so first party data, plus your competitor data, and also really importantly customer sentiment, right? What's the intersection of those three things? We really do that research on our side to help you understand what to put into your images. So we've built this pretty deep agentic model with a number of agents that do very specialist jobs, but we help you determine your USP, which is critical. Sometimes it's the forest from the trees, right? We don't really understand what our USP is, or what is it actually, what does it look like on Amazon? How do we stand out? What is it actually showing in the competitor space? We look at the commonalities across your top competitors, and then we look at buyer sentiments, and then we come up with this research backed report, which is really a creative research brief. It's about 20 pages long, getting into the really specifics of every single image, what are competitors focusing on, what should you focus on, and gives you recommendations. So we give you that full report, images 1 through 7. We actually do A+ content as well. And then the final step is we actually take all of that, we give you the report, but we then prompt AI to actually come up with a visual recommendation stack for you. So the end game there is to give you this inspiration of the visual guide of what you should put in there, so you can use that to come up with your final creative execution, which I believe is still really important. This is about research, which AI is good at, and giving you that inspiration and really figuring out how to stand out, and then you can execute on that. This is an example
John,
of a product.
1 minute left. One
Thanks.
minute left.
Yeah, no problems. This is an example that we did. It's a bug spray. We did the research. You can kind of see what's the visual stack. What are your different competitors look like? What's interesting here is like most competitors don't get this right? So the one that out of all these top competitors here, probably this one has got the best narrative that it tells across its stack. We give you this deep report. It's about 20 pages long. It's what I said. It goes into every single image. What should it look like, and what's a good recommendation? This was one of the big insights we found here that no one is talking about, which is like this 3-hour protection window that it is for your family. You can see what the final recommendation is. We get into an infographic. Lifestyle images is not about the hiker, it's about the family and family protection. We did this with another partner. It's like a sprinkle confetti that you put on cakes. The insight there is people really want to see what is actually in the actual confetti, right? So this is just a really good visual example of what you might want to put in your image stack, right? Which can help you stand out. These are the kind of things, just to show you a couple of examples. This is the free prompt. It's a DIY prompt that I will give you. And how do you get it? Basically, we'll give you guys the first 20 that sign up here on this link to just book 15 minutes with me to connect your data. We'll run this for free. As I said, it's a very detailed report. The first 20 on the replay will get a free one as well. Everyone here will also get the DIY prompt as well. You have to qualify. So when you fill out this form right here, put in there the notes, hack, pimp my images, fill out the details. And if you don't, obviously you're not going to qualify, but if you do, you can qualify. The link you go to is zonguru.link/image-conversion-15. And if you go for that, I'll put it in the chat. Again, just grab 15 minutes on the calendar with me. We'll send you this free DIY prompt. And then if you qualify, we'll run that for you across your image stack and hopefully give you some real deep research inspiration around what your images should be so that you can stand out, get better conversion with the algorithm and with humans, and therefore get better organic growth. That's it. Thanks.
Thanks, John. So everyone, John is going to post the link in the chat. And this is number 8, John Tilley, Pimp My Image Carousel, how to create algorithm optimized visual guidelines powered by deep AI research. So write down number 8. If you like, if this is the best hack in your opinion, you can vote for John and his hack at the end. So number 8 again. Thanks, John. And now we go to the next one, number 9, Paul Rafelson, Weaponized Compliance. Paul, when you're ready, man. Okay, I see your screen. So do a quick intro, and once you're ready, let me know, and you can share the hack. Thanks again, John.
Hi, everybody. Nice to meet you. My name is Paul Rafelson. I'm an attorney. I have been an attorney for scary 20 years. I spent most of my life as a corporate lawyer working for companies like Microsoft, Walmart, General Electric. About 8 years ago, after writing a blog post, I started a law firm that was heavily focused on e-commerce. I actually used to be an Amazon seller back in 03, 02, 03, 04, Amazon, eBay. I was doing arbitrage and all those fun things before it was cool. My law firm focuses on basically providing services to e-commerce companies, everything they could ever need under one roof. This includes like intellectual property, compliance issues, exits. We've done over almost $1 billion in exits for our e-commerce clients, corporate, just anything in between. I also created in 2020 Seller Basics, which is like a subscription-based account health program where you just pay a monthly amount, and if you have any issue with your Amazon account or ASIN, we help you go to war with Amazon and deal with that process, as well as free legal consults. So yeah, I started this firm. I wrote a blog post and snowballed into this law practice, and here I am. Certainly you can Google me and read a lot about what I've been doing in the community. I've been out there quite a bit, for those of you who don't know me. Anyway, we got 4 minutes now, I think, right? So I got to move quick.
No worries, man. No, we don't bill you for the introduction minute, only for the 5 minutes.
Okay.
So
all right, now I have 5 minutes. I don't know what to do with
okay,
it.
yeah. Okay, man. Okay, man. Let's start then.
All right. So sorry about the background here. I am traveling, so I'm not in my usual office spot today. So I'm just traveling. So kind of weird looking background. I apologize for that. Probably would have noticed if I didn't say anything. So again, my name is Paul Rafelson. Today I'm here, we're talking about weaponized compliance. Weaponized compliance is something that we've been doing for years, and I don't think people knew about it as much until I read a blog post or a newsletter post in one of the newsletters where they were talking about the unfair advantages that Amazon treats overseas sellers differently than they treat other sellers. Okay. It seems like they get away with more. And I found that to be shocking that's a perception out there. And so I thought, we need to kind of put a name to this and really kind of put thought into what we do, what we can offer, the full gamut of what we can offer. So what is weaponized compliance? For certain sellers, mainly we're talking brand owners here, weaponized compliance is an opportunity to use the law to destroy your competition. And I'm not talking about intellectual property that obviously if you have a trademark or a patent, you're going to have certain opportunities to enforce those things. I'm talking about this low-hanging fruit that is non-compliance, right? So all those times you're getting hounded for documentation. Do you have this COA? Do you have this EPA certification? Do you have the appropriate ingredient panel? And all that frustration you've been going through, do you ever wonder why your competitors are getting away with it? Well, the answer is actually it's not that the overseas people have an advantage, although it does seem like they are able to pull some levers that allow them to get away with things. We have the ability, in most cases, to override those levers using our legal relationships with Amazon and our understanding of the law, Amazon's risks. So with weaponized compliance, what we're really doing here is we're using the law to your advantage to take out all your competitors. And we have taken hundreds of ASINs out in one shot through our weaponized compliance program. And I wanted to talk to you about it here. So again, imagine waking up to discover your competitors have all vanished overnight, right? We leverage Amazon's strict enforcement of the rules. If you do not understand corporate America, and I can say this from experience, again, having been a corporate lawyer in some of the biggest companies in the world, if you do not understand the mindset and the politics of internal corporate and the risk profile, you don't understand what's going on, then you may not realize how much opportunity there is. If you have a product that is regulated, if you have a product that is where your competitors are making claims that they're not supposed to be making, if you have a product where your competitors are lying about the ingredients that are in the product or misrepresenting the quantities, maybe the IU of a particular supplement, these are all opportunities you have to basically take those non-compliance issues and use them to your advantage. So here we have kind of these topics of typical non-compliance, false advertising, consumer product safety, FDA labeling, EPA, improper ingredient panel type of thing, lack of appropriate registration, EPA, FDA. Sometimes state laws can be a problem for sellers. Sellers don't realize that they'd have to register with the states for certain products that they sell. Incorrect dosage, or just, like I said, improper ingredients. We've had people lying about the ingredients completely that are in their products. They're saying, it contains this ingredient. We've actually had it tested, and we're drafting up a non-compliance and non-conformity letter to Amazon as a law firm and saying, hey, you're selling an illegal product on your marketplace. We're getting that taken down. We're working with Amazon's compliance team, their legal team, and making sure they take these issues seriously by putting it right in front of their face. One that I think people are also surprised is review manipulation. Review manipulation is illegal, right? If you have evidence that somebody hijacked a listing, right? So they're selling an avocado slicer, and all the reviews talk about how it's the greatest nail clipper on the planet.
Paul, 1 minute left.
1 minute, perfect. Right, that's an obvious problem. They're using inserts, right, that are inappropriate, soliciting feedback or even hinting at a review. Those are all opportunities for you to knock out your competition. And when I say knock out, what do I mean? I mean, we're going to kill that listing. That is our goal. Now, does that mean they could come back with a new listing? Yes, they're starting from zero again. But as far as what we do is we look for opportunities to find ways to kill that listing permanently, say that there is no way back from this. The level of misrepresentation, the falsities, whatever it was, are so great that the reviews, everything is all wholly unreliable. So think about compliance as a way of a weapon to use against your competitors. If you're in a space where you're noticing your competitors are lying or making statements that you wish you could make because they're getting away with it, here's an opportunity to now make them suffer for doing the things, for basically cheating the process when you're playing the high road. Also, mine's heads up. May want to also get your compliance checked up because this is a popular thing that we do. Last thing is, the other thing is, because we are attorneys, we do not actually have to tell Amazon who hired us. So you want to knock out your competition and you don't want Amazon to know who it is. We don't have to tell Amazon. It's irrelevant. It's our job to explain to Amazon what the problem is and what they need to fix, not who sent us. But be aware that, you know, if you're in a kind of a niche area and all of a sudden all your competitors are gone overnight, they might know who did it. But in bigger markets, certainly we are under no obligation to tell anyone who's ordering us. And so again, think about
Paul, time is up. Time is up. Sorry.
All right. Here's my end sheet and how to contact me if you want to learn more about it. If you send me an email with weaponized compliance in your subject, we can get a free consult. Done.
Thank you, Paul. Great hack. I bet most of you have never thought about that, so that's why we have those hack series. So again, thanks again, Paul. Paul Rafelson, number 9, weaponized compliance. So write down the hack number 9 if you like it, guys, and you would be able to vote for it at the end. So thank you again, Paul. And now we go to Ash Rex. Ash, he's
Hi,
the
everyone.
Japanese samurai. Japanese samurai.
Can you hear me? Yeah, I'm an Aussie
we can
guy.
hear him.
Yeah, I'm an Aussie guy living
Yeah,
in Japan. I've been in Japan 20 years. So if you want to enter Japan, give me a call. I'm also from Australia. So if you want to enter Australia, give me a call. I'm one of the few people in the world who has his own TV channel on Amazon. I have a 1,000-episode yoga TV channel on Amazon Japan, on Amazon Prime. That's how I started. So I started with video and then moved into selling products during COVID. I'm now managing hundreds and hundreds of products all around the world. Yeah, it's very exciting. But now I'm an expert in video. So let me share my screen. So I'm ready to get started. Okay, so first of all, video sets you free. Exponentially multiply your sales with video assets. Separate Amazon from video. Amazon optimization is one thing, video is another beast. Amazon creates a marketplace and facilitates the transaction. Video drives the traffic and sales. Okay, there's two main types of video: sales conversion videos that increase your click-through rate, and traffic generation videos that increase sales conversion rate. Together, they combine and exponentially increase your sales. So how many videos can you make? On a product listing, you have 6 videos. Premium A+ content, you have 7 carousels with multiple videos each. You can have up to like 30, 35 videos there. Your brand store, one page has 20 carousels. You can have multiple videos on every carousel. So you can have infinite videos on your brand store. In your video ads, you can test unlimited video ads. I usually launch with about 50 video ads day one. Customer reviews, each reviewer can have 15-second videos. Amazon now is a mini YouTube channel, but you can control the narrative. So your customers don't go to YouTube to watch other people's videos. You can supply the videos. The customers can watch all your videos before they make the buying decision. Unlike social media, you don't need to post every day. You just need to test conversion rates and over time develop the most optimal videos to drive traffic or convert sales. So what are the 4 main types of videos? Well, what are the types of videos here? The main thing to do is focus on customer outcomes. Show the customer outcomes in your video. And secondly, showcase the quality of your product. People can't touch your product. They can't feel it. But with high quality cinema grade close-ups, they can really see the build of your product, the quality of your materials. It's very, very powerful. Thirdly,
Ash,
you do lifestyle
sorry,
shots.
Ash,
Yep.
Ash, so are you sharing your screen? Because we don't see anything.
Oh, you can't see it? Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
man. Yeah, man. Let's restart, guys. No, that's my fault because I missed that. So let's start from the beginning.
You can't
Thanks,
see it?
Danan. Yeah, Danan
Okay,
has
okay.
a sharp eye, you know.
Sorry, can you see that now? All right, well, let's start again. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
sorry,
My
man.
apologies.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Okay, so
Okay, no
let's start
worries.
again. Video sets you free, guys. Exponentially multiply your sales with video assets, and I'll get to the gist at the very end. Okay, first of all, separate your Amazon strategies from your video strategies. Amazon optimization is one thing. Most people have done that to the extreme. Videos are totally different beast. There's unlimited videos you can make to enhance your sales and traffic generation. Amazon creates a marketplace and facilitates the transaction. Video drives the traffic and sales. They're totally two different beasts. You have a different strategy for both of them. The two main types of videos on Amazon is your sales conversion videos for your product listing that increase. Sorry, I made a mistake here. Increase your sales conversion, and then your traffic generation. Sorry, your traffic generation videos increase your click-through rate. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake here. Okay, sorry. Together they combine to exponentially increase your sales. So you increase your sales conversion rate, you increase your click-through rate, and they exponentially increase your sales. Okay, so how many videos can you make on your product listing? You can have 6 videos. Your premium A+ content, you have 7 carousels. You can have 4 or 5 videos in every carousel. On your brand store, you can have multiple pages with 20 carousels each with multiple videos. In video ads, you can test unlimited video ads. I usually launch sponsored brand video campaigns with minimum of 50 videos in the campaign. The algorithm tests them all out and figures out which videos are best. Customer reviews, each reviewer can add a 15-second video. Amazon is basically a mini YouTube channel now, except you're controlling the narrative. Your customers aren't going to other video sources to see people's reviews. You can feed them an enormous amount of video content so they can really understand your product before they buy it. Unlike social media, you don't need to post every day. You just need to test conversion rates and traffic and figure out the optimal videos over time that sell your product. The main types of videos focus on customer outcomes, show the customer, what the outcome is for them, and more importantly, showcase the quality of your product. They can't touch it, they can't feel it. So with cinema grade content, you can show close-ups of your materials. Lifestyle shots are very important, different settings, different models. This helps your premium pricing, especially if you have high quality settings. A really useful one is instructional videos. If you have a complicated product, instructional videos are very useful because they can reduce returns and negative reviews. If the client has already watched all the instructional videos before they bought your product, they're less likely to return it if they don't know how to use it. A really, really good one is testimonial videos. I've seen listings now with 20 or more testimonial videos. They're probably better than customer reviews because it looks like a review, but it's not, and you're controlling the narrative. You can edit the testimonial videos the way you want to, and it has a high conversion rate. And then, of course, you have the traffic generation videos in your video ads. So what's the magic sauce? How to multiply your video assets. Let's imagine you have one product and you do 5 different shoots, different models, different situations, or different locations. So maybe 5 different days over a month for one product. But then on each shoot, you do 10 edits of each shoot. You might have 3 20-second videos, 3 30-second videos, 4 40-second videos. You can change the order of the shots, different angles, different movements, different lenses. Okay, but the net effect is you have 10 edits for each shoot. You've now created 50 video ads to test in Amazon advertising, and then you launch the 50 video ads in 10 Amazon marketplaces, right? This now has created 500 video ads worldwide, 24/7 selling your product all around the world. Now, if you have 10 products, that multiplies out to 5,000 videos. So if you're selling in 10 marketplaces and you have 10 products and each one has 50 videos, that's a very, very large amount of video assets that are driving your sales. This is the next level stuff. So how do you film? It's very simple. You got pre-production, production, post-production. Pre-production is the most important part. That's where you put all your time. You do a full market video audit. You look at all your competitors' video assets, you do keyword searches and see all the video ads that come up. Step 2, you make a list of every single type of video that you can make for your product, every single thing you can think of, you make a giant list. And then for every single video, step 3, you make a list of every single possible shot you can make for each video. Then you go into production. Now you might do it yourself or you might outsource it to a cameraman. But the benefit is you just tell them exactly what you want because you've already made the list of every
1 minute
shot.
left.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, Ash, 1
So
minute left.
production's the easy part. Post-production is where you edit for Amazon. Also you color grade for quality. Now, if you need help with pre-production, I can easily give you 5-10 hours if that's what you need. Production, if I can't film it, you can get your own cameraman. Post-production, I can do that as well. So the final message is very simple. Ask yourself where you want to be 1 year later. You can sell your time, services, ideas, and products, but you can also set yourself free by making video assets that sell products 24/7 all around the world on Amazon. If you want to talk, please visit my website, sellerinitiative.com.
Okay, thank you, Ash. This is number 10 Ash Rex videos hit you free. Move the needle with advanced Amazon video marketing. So make sure that you guys get in touch with Ash, cool guy. And Ash, please share your email and the presentation if you have it in a Google Doc so I can share it with everybody who is attending. So thanks again, everyone. Now number 10 again. So we're half through the hacks, and now we go to number 11, Elizabeth Green. Win the click, the creative formula for High-CTR sponsored brand ads. So Izabella, not Izabella, what's up, man? I messed up with the names. Florida, Izabella, Elizabeth.
I am honored to be compared with Izabella, so no hard feelings at all.
You're both better, so I can call you both Elizabeth or Izabella. So they're both from Florida. That's the mistake, guys, because they're in Florida, so that's why. Okay, Elizabeth, do a quick intro, and once you're ready, let me know, and I can turn on the timer.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll pull up my opening screen. I think everybody else did a much better job of selling themselves. I don't have like a sexy intro, so you're just gonna have to listen to me talk. Apologies. I'll keep it short and sweet. My name is Elizabeth Green. I'm the co-founder of an Amazon ads agency. Hence us talking about, I love the previous presentation hack on video that was talking more about the listings. I'm gonna bring an advertising bent for that. And we're going to talk about specifically video and creative assets when it comes to advertising on Amazon, because there's not really, actually, if you're trying to make like a Facebook style, a Meta style video asset, you're probably going to get it wrong. And it's a lot easier than you think. So yeah, we do a heck of a lot of advertising. I've been doing that for 6 or 7 years, focusing in on a lot of founder-led brands. And so that's made us really good at what we do. And we've also seen the shifts and moves over the years in the advertising platform. And then really the focus on a lot of more ability to leverage creatives when it is advertising, but everyone gets really confused on what makes a good creative for advertising. So I'm definitely gonna hopefully share some quick hacks today to give you guys some insights on that. With that, feel free to click go.
Okay, let's go.
All right, sweet. We're talking about the creative formula, and I'm going to talk fast about this. Apologies. I had to cut out about half my slides, but I promise you I have saved the meat of this. So the main thing about sponsored brand ads is this one ad type completely dominates search. If you're not showing up here and winning the click, your competitors definitely are. So on desktop, sponsored brand ads takes about 60% of top of search. Everyone is like, how do I get more top of search? It's literally sponsored brand ads. And if you want to talk mobile, it takes up like 90% of mobile top of search. And honestly, I would almost say 100%, because like the rest of this is not even other products that are showing up here. It's just like the search bar and stuff. So if you're not running sponsored brand ads, you're definitely missing out. But what I've seen with most sellers is they are overthinking it. They're like, I totally want to run sponsored brand ads. I know I want to run sponsored brands video. And then they short circuit when it comes to developing the creative. So they maybe just throw something else. Maybe they use Amazon's AI generation tools, which are not bad, but we can do better. We can do a lot better. The problem is you're overthinking it. It's so much easier than you think. I promise you. Your creative only needs to do 2 things. And again, this is very specific to advertising. You can often use creative assets that you've developed for your listings, but there's a different framework to think for. So your creative only needs to do two things. It needs to stop the scroll to be interesting, and it has to be look like what the shopper is searching for. And I have screenshots and I have like visuals on how to do that. Because the thing is, you're not missing design. That's actually where everybody gets stuck. They think like it has to be like this big, beautiful, I have to have like these million different photo shoots and 20 different angles. You don't. You're not missing design. You probably have more assets than you know what to do with. You're missing the strategy. So how do you design a creative that does both, that stops the scroll and also showcases what the product is and what the shoppers are looking for? I'm going to give it to you because it's only 2 questions. I told you it was simple. You're going to ask yourself these 2 questions. What product am I advertising? Which you should know that. And then the second one is, what search pages am I targeting? So a great way is to like actually do the keyword research first. Figure out where you're going to be showcasing these ads. And then you answer these 2 questions and they should be super, super simple. So with those 2 questions answered, let's figure out what is the winning sponsor brand's video formula, because I can't tell you how many even large brands I know are getting this wrong. Here's the formula. Your opening hook in the first 3 seconds, the first 3 seconds of your video should confirm to the shopper, hey, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And unfortunately, I didn't have time. I actually had a demo of this video, and you would see this, you'd be like, oh my gosh, they have like 6 different lifestyle shots, and how am I ever going to replicate that? Like I can't afford to do that. That's totally fine. You don't need all of that. All you need is the opening scene should confirm. And here's actually a screenshot from this exact same video. So in the opening shot of this video, they have a model walking across a living room, which again is a beautiful lifestyle shot. Fantastic when it comes to listing, horrible when it comes to video assets for ads, because I don't know, am I doing the ball? Is it like what she's wearing? Maybe it's the trampoline. I don't really know. You know what? I'm already on to the next thing because I don't even know if you're advertising what I'm trying to purchase. Here, there's actually a really great scene in this where the model is literally pushing the product towards the camera. It's so obvious it's the rebounder trampoline. Like that would be a fantastic opening shot. They completely missed it because they're thinking of the cinematics. They're overthinking the creatives. Just what is the product? Show it to the shopper. Show it in movement. First 3 seconds. All right. The second thing, you're going to show value propositions. Again, everyone overthinks it. Oh my God.
1 minute left. 1 minute left.
Okay, we're going to screen through it. Okay. Pro tip here is mine your video listings for your value propositions. Don't overthink it. You only need a 15 to 20 second video is all you need to win the click. So here it is. 3 seconds of hook, value prop, either a brand wrap up or third value prop. That's it. Don't overthink it. Now we're going to talk about lifestyle formula. Again, I got 1 minute, so I'm going to scroll through this. Basically the same framework. The thing is you need to use headlines to call out value. So here, terrible explanation, future of protein snacks. What is this? I'm searching low sugar foods. This is a low sugar food. Let me know. Don't advertise products you don't have. Again, overthinking design here. 20 different things. I'm advertising leggings. Show the freaking leggings. And then the other thing is don't make the shopper think. Here, what the heck is this? I don't even know what this is. This is not even working because the child's getting into the thing we're supposed to be saving. Fantastic shot. Again, this is like a blurry video shot. Every mom knows this face of like, I can't get into the cabinet. Fantastic. And this is actually the same brand. Here they're getting it wrong. Here they're getting it right. So basically your lifestyle image, can the shopper instantly tell what I'm selling? Does it match what they're searching for? Is there a feeling or benefit baked into the shot? Again, don't overthink it. Don't overthink the design. Answer these questions. And if you're not sure how your creatives are performing, which FYI, most brands have no freaking clue.
Time is up. Okay, just in time.
Cool. You can get a instant access to a free audit tool, which also involves being able to analyze your current creatives.
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. So this is number 11. Elizabeth Green, win the click, the creative formula for High-CTR sponsor brands ads. So I didn't put 10 and 11 on purpose, one after the other, but they're perfect partners. Cool creatives, cool videos, great PPC. They cannot live without each other. So again, if you like Elizabeth Green's hack, number 11, write it down, you will be able to vote for it at the end. So now we go to, thanks again, Elizabeth. So now we go to number 12, Sebastian Eduard, the profit treasure hunt, finding cash you forgot about in your ad pockets. And Sebastian is the winner of our 𝗲𝗂 hack series in May. Nobody has ever won back-to-back titles. So let's see if he will be the first one. Okay, Sebastian, do a quick intro. And once you're ready, let know we can turn on the timer.
Great. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen.
Awesome. Hey guys, I'm Sebastian Eduard. I'm CEO of Insiders. I've been an Amazon seller since 2013 and I've run Insiders since 2020. Insiders is a white glove all manual Amazon advertising consultancy. We're serving seasoned Amazon sellers that prefer incremental growth instead of PPC automation tools for okay-ish results. A few numbers about us. So right now we have 18 clients. We tend to go towards 8 and 9 figure realm. Our team is 15 big right here with me in the US, in the EU. Last year we had 193 million in GMV, 66 million in ad spend total, 280 in ad sales, and a bit over $500 million in total sales for our clients. And more about us and our clients on insiders.agency. Nick, buddy, I'm ready.
Okay, man, let's go.
All right. So, guys, today we're going to talk about the profits treasure hunt, finding cash you forgot about in your ad pockets. You know that awesome feeling when you find money in a jacket you didn't wear since last year? That's exactly what I'm going for today. Just that it's way bigger amount and it's inside your Amazon ads. So, how many of your paused campaigns do you think have well-performing keywords trapped inside? Yeah, you don't know. We don't know either. So today we're going to find out together. This one is one of the main things we do when onboarding a brand, and there has never been an account without one, ever. Most sellers evaluate campaigns like failed past tests instead of a mining operation. Why? Because mining is dirty, manual, and grueling work, which is why our work as insiders is right here, right now with these babies, which I call the best AI in the world. I'll share with you a joke that I tell my account managers when I see a mistreated campaign. So if only our campaigns could speak, right? So let's dig into why so many campaigns are paused for the wrong reasons. Here are the 5 top examples that we're seeing. During our optimization schedule, we tend to forget that various campaign types have very different sales allocation times. Depending on the ad type, you can expect between 1 and over 21 days, and we didn't even consider data settlement yet. If you check your Prime Day campaigns right now and do a screenshot today and one tomorrow, those numbers might look very different, and it's already been 2 weeks since then. I've seen this 7-day and pause behavior way too many times, and instead look for the bid change that triggered those results and move back to the optimal bid, the historical bid. Don't just pause the campaign or the keywords. In here, this is an underperforming campaign gets paused without actually checking the keywords inside and the level performance, leaving a perfectly good keyword dead inside. Don't just throw the baby out with the bathwater. The baby is cute. Another regular example is pausing keywords instead of lowering bids during the high traffic season. For example, Christmas trees and flip-flops don't both work in July. Optimize for seasons and set an alarm per market trend. Keywords are wrongly optimized and then paused when in reality the optimization itself was the issue. So for a relevant keyword, you should lower the bid down to its minimum viable bid right before it stops getting clicks, and only then, if not performing, you can consider pausing it. Yeah. So, all right, now that we know the causes, how do we fix it? I'm going to go with the step-by-step process for you right now. So let's go to Campaign Manager, set the date range to lifetime, campaign status to paused, and sort spend high to low. Yeah. Start with the high spend and low ACOS campaigns, but ultimately go through all the paused campaigns. Let's also check the campaign settings in there because we need to understand the context a bit better. So we'll check here portfolio type, budget when paused, targeting, codes type, etc. And let's open one ad group at a time and then apply these filters. Orders bigger than 0, ACOS is less than your target ACOS, and status is all but archived. Please don't ever archive things, ever. Let's just copy paste your keyword into the search bar and voila, you only see this keyword's graph right now. Now analyze why it was paused by setting KPIs to spend, sales, CPC, ACoS, and impressions. Let's alternate the metrics a bit to understand the performance and potential reason for pausing it before and switch between the date ranges so we can get the full story, yeah? If unclear, use the History tab and Control F your keyword in there to analyze the big actions over time. By now, the decision should be clear, so pause or enable it and set the bid to the previous CPC. Repeat for all the remaining keywords, yeah? Once done, let's re-enable the ad group and the campaign, and please add a revive to the campaign's name so we know which one it is. We go into the budget now. I recommend the low budget because there are still a lot of variables at play for this old campaign. SFR, CVR, CPC, and also check negation, yeah? Treat this as an asset to test, not to trust yet. All right, guys, this tactic alone generated over 2 million in ad sets for our clients last year with much less effort than just launching and optimizing
Sebastian,
campaigns.
1 minute left.
The last time we did this, we had more than 1,000 clicks and 200 of you applied for 25 spots, while this time we only have 10 more. So scan this QR code right now and we'll have your profitable post campaigns delivered to your inbox by Monday. Last May, when I won this hack contest, Nick told me that the 𝗃𝗦𝗃 never had a consecutive winner. So guys, if you found my presentation to be valuable, please vote number 12 and let's make some history. This has been Sebastian with Insiders and my Profits Treasure Hunt hack for you. Thank you very much, Nick Buddy. Over to you.
Thank you, Sebastian. You know what is funny? You have been probably the only speaker ever who tells for people to vote for you at the end. Nobody does that. Okay, so that's a hack, guys. You know, picture your hack at the end. You know, it's gonna help. So thank you again,
advertising,
everyone.
Nick.
Yeah, good advertising thing. So this is everyone. This is number 12. Sebastian Eduard, the Profit Treasure Hunt, finding cash you forgot about is your ad pocket. So now we go to number 13, my favorite number because I used to be like a number 13 in school. So 3 and 13 is what I like. And we have Kitty Y. Kitty, please introduce yourself. And once you're ready, let's see what my magic number 13 has cooked for us today.
That's a great number. Hi, I'm Kitty Lai. I'm founder of Meat Brand. I work with online sellers, SMEs, and growing brands to get their packaging and brand identity working harder, not just prettier. I actually have 20 plus years experience of working in-house for managing creative teams and iconic British retailers. So I have an array of experience working on brand product and getting things to launch. Now, I am going to be talking about packaging trends worth watching and a few that are best left on Pinterest. So Nick, I am ready.
Okay, let's go, Kitty.
Okay. So why do trends matter? Well, they aren't everything, but packaging is often your first and only shot to catch someone's attention. So we only have 7 seconds, and that's all it takes for consumers to decide whether to pick your product or buy your product. Trends do get attention, but they help you stay current, but strategy keeps it. Trends don't define your brand voice, so you want to make sure that you don't end up looking just like other competitors or worse, confusing your audience. Now, these packaging trends are currently worth watching out for. So I'm going to be talking about bold, nostalgic typography, sustainable materials with real storytelling, maximalist design, and smart functionality. So we're seeing a move back to bold fonts and retro-inspired designs. It's all about standing out, not blending in. So this creates a really nice new dynamic to your competitors. Sustainable materials also isn't beige anymore. So brands are getting smarter with materials and the message around them. So for example, the 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀 coffee cup, their packaging is amazing. It literally tells you how to reuse it. So it could be a pen pot, you could tie it to your bike, and that could be a cup holder, or you could put beans inside it as well, coffee beans inside the holder. But you might also have a message, perhaps it's environmental or a charity that you're supporting, or some sort of compelling story that you want to share about your community. So use your packaging to engage with the customer as well. Now, minimalism is is getting quite tired actually for some brands, but so a lot of brands are focusing on maximalism. So if you've done this well, then that packaging can really grab attention. It gives it personality. So think about colorful packaging, the colors that can clash, and something that looks really confident for your product and brand. And smart functionality, it's also an important factor. Consumers love utility, whether it's a QR code that has value or packaging that recloses and reseals and stays neat on the shelf. There's also been a shift in consumers buying into refillable products, so we see that a lot at the moment. Now, there are trends to be cautious of as well. So trends might look good in a mock-up, but they rarely sell in the real world. So beige doesn't equal sustainable either. So many eco-conscious brands now intentionally avoid beige to break the stereotype and to stand out against their competitors. Another thing to be cautious of is simplicity. It can be good, but until it comes bland, then obviously you don't want to look like that. Over minimalism may not work necessarily for your brands. It might work for some, but you really need to be careful not to go too far on one end. Tools like Canva are great, but if you're using default fonts like Poppins, Brittany, or Bieber's New, without any brand thinking, your packaging ends up looking like a template, and it actually goes for marketing images and your social media posts as well. We see a lot of templates, and customers can spot that instantly. So make sure your brand does feel original rather than something a customer's seen before. And then most of all, don't copy what's already out there. The goal isn't to blend in, it's to connect. So I would say borrow the trend, but don't become the trend. You can reference a trend without completely losing your identity. So build on it, twist it, layer it with your tone of voice and customer insights, but you just use the trend as a tool, not a crutch. So my quote is, good packaging nods to trends, great packaging builds its own lane. And this is a trend that you probably see a lot at the moment, the pink and the blues, but across different categories of products as well. So that's coming quite popular. So which camp do you sit in, trend-led or trend-smart? Well, trend-led is clean, it's simple, but it could be any brand. So it's just too simple for my liking. But with a trend-smart brand, it's still current, it's clearly unique.
Kitty, 1 minute left.
Almost there, sorry. Yeah, clearly unique, and you know who it's for, and it makes you want to try it. So a trend should never outride strategy. The best brands don't design for likes, they design for loyalty. So keep asking, does this pack still look like us? Does it sound like us? Speak to the right people. So your packaging should reflect your brand story, your audience, your market position. And finally, staying relevant without losing your voice. The goal isn't to avoid trends altogether. Just don't follow every trend. Just choose what fits your brand. When it comes to relevance, you want to evolve, not erase, but stay sharp and current, but don't lose what makes you recognizable. So trends evolve, your voice should stay consistent as well. And finally, clever design might get attention, but clarity gets sales. If the buyer doesn't instantly connect, they won't buy it. So clarity over cleverness always. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Kitty. Thanks for the hack, and everyone, this is number 13, KTY, how to stay relevant without losing your brand voice. And brand is super important. Even a lot of sellers on Amazon don't agree with that, but branding is everything, When you see Coca-Cola, you know what they're talking about. When you see Red Bull, so great hack. And this again is number 13. So thank you again, Kitty. And now we go to number 14, Ares Cohen. Boost productivity, time-saving tips for Amazon sellers. So, Ares, I know that is your first hack, man, but you look slick. So, do a quick intro about yourself, and we can get started. So, thank you again, Kitty.
Okay, so hello, I'm Erez. It's my first time being live ever, and I've been selling on Amazon since 2016. Many brands, many products, different categories, lots of headache. I'm not an agency, I'm a seller, I am not giving services. And my biggest problem was basically updating, listing in all of my accounts. It took forever. Nick, I think we can start. Should I share my screen?
Okay, man. Okay, sharing, then we can turn on the time. Yeah, the green button, share, okay.
Yeah, okay, you see my screen?
Yeah, we see your screen.
Okay,
man,
so
let's start.
This is why I built this application. as a seller for seller like myself. And it's been so good, so I decided to make it into an app. So basically, it's the fastest way to update Amazon listing today on the market. I know there are some competition, but they are not that fast. And I'm going to do a live demo. I'll show you. So here's the truth, Amazon updating listing in Amazon, it's a pain. You just want to change something and it takes so much time, flat file or whatever. And if you need to do it in different marketplaces, it takes forever. And if you give it to somebody else to do it, it's expensive. So I needed something faster, simple, cheaper, and easy to work with. So as you can see, I have many, many listings on my account. And let me explain you why to use it and how to use it. So I'm going to do something live. Like, it's a program I have users, many people are using, but it's still a live demo. So I'm going to take a product, this one, for example, and I'm going to take the ASIN, and here it's already in the Amazon, so you can see it. And I will open it in Seller Glory. You can see. You just need to search it. Basically, this can be connected to many accounts. You can connect up to 10 accounts. So then you find the ASIN. Now I'm going to fetch the SKUs for this product in all of the marketplace where it's appeared. So you can see this product have a lot of offers, and my account, as you've seen, is very big. So here you can see all the offers in the different marketplaces. I will choose UK for the example, just for you to see, and the FBA mode. But you can also work with different sellers and different accounts if you have. This is just an example. Okay, so you can see you can edit title, bullets, description, images, prices. Even look at the prices. You can do it even bulky, like for all your offers in all your marketplace in the same place. So I will just change like title to show you the speed. Let's call this like wooden book extension classic. I'm a bit of improvising. Then you do next. And you do update. Basically, now we are sending the changes to Amazon and backing up the old listing. So we have a history page you can look also. And let's go in the Amazon account. I will show you. I will search this one. I'm going live. I hope this will work. And then I do edit listing. I will just open it in a new page. And you can see the update I have. Now we are waiting for Amazon because our system is built for speed. So we just take this attribute and boom, we plan it inside. So when this is loading, you can see this, even I think this product maybe have issues. So even if you have an 8.541 error or whatever, this system can overrun it and do it. So you see, you see now the classic is appeared. And basically you have a history of all the changes. So you can just have a look at the change you have done, the before and after, click revert, confirm the revert, and you will see now I'm going back to the old version. So I'm backing all up. This can do also images, so you can upload images as well. And if I go back to that page, you see the Amazon page is a bit stuck. But if you come back, you can see, it's this one. You can see that this one, I will refresh it. You see this classic, this was my upload. And even if it's have error, we can update this. So this is one example of how you can use it. And basically, it's override user permission. So if you are connected to many accounts, you don't need to log in and whatever. Just from one page, you can edit all of the accounts. It can do, you see now it's, the change has happened. You can have history and product versions. So you see, for example, if I have a product, I can put the before and after images and have like a Christmas version. And then I just click and change it back. You can do bulk pricing and you can have history for all of this.
There is 1 minute left.
Okay. So basically I have this program can do a few more stuff, but I just recommend you, Amazon is not about only getting the correct data. It's about testing. It's updating and changing. And if sometimes you just don't do it because it's so annoying, it's about control. Here you have control of everything your worker did. If you're an agency, if you're a VA, it's got 7 days free trial. You don't need any credit card. I'm even thinking to give it in the future, I will think we are working on variation wizard and all attribute updating. So log in fast, update everything you need, and revert it if you need. If any change you want to do, you can do. I'm done, Nick. Nick?
Thanks, man. No, you save time, more time for the beach. Eris
Yeah.
lives in Spain in the summer, so one reason why he built that. More time for the beach, everyone.
Yeah, more time for me and more time for you. Only 5 minutes and you can save a lot.
Exactly. So everyone, this is number 14. Eris coin boost productivity, time saving tips for Amazon sellers, agencies, anybody in the Amazon space. Write down number 14 if you guys like it, and 5 more hacks and you'll be able to vote. And now we go to number 15. I've been practicing in the last few minutes to pronounce her name. So this is 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 from Romania.
Oh my God, you actually got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
So nobody in the industry pronounces my family name. Like literally when I get into the room, it's like, hi, I'm Juana. That's it. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, but
Nick, congrats.
Yeah, we have a hack because, okay, man, we have the same letter in our language, Bulgarian, which is, if I'm gonna write it here, you guys are gonna have a headache. But don't worry, no, we have the hack. So enough about pronunciations. Juana, please do a quick intro. I know that you don't want to do a quick intro, but do a short one. And once you're ready, let me know and we can turn on the timer and we can go live with the hack.
Absolutely. Let me actually start sharing my screen in the meantime and let me know if this works. So again, I'm impressed that you were actually able to pronounce my name. This is amazing. I know Danny McMillan was doing at one point contest to see who can get that right. You would have won. I'm not going to waste your time on a personal slide because who knows me, I usually don't do that. I rather get to the good stuff. And if you know me, I spend my time usually reverse engineering into understanding how Amazon actually works rather than what people think it works. And let's start with a question. Who here ever thought like, why isn't this converting? Well, you're in the right spot because that's what I usually obsess over every day. And today I'm bringing you one of my tricks, hacks, whatever you want to call it. I call it a secret when it comes to optimization, my client listing and my own listings. And that is with Cosmo. And I know everybody heard about Cosmo. It was a hype specifically last year. Everybody was sharing it on social media. But my thing is that I don't think many of the sellers really understood how important this is because it weren't really into like, how do I apply this to my listing? So that's what we will be covering in today. And yes, Cosmo.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
I clicked the wrong button. There we go. So for those of you who are still wondering, like, is Cosmo actually, optimization for Cosmo, is it necessary? The answer is yes. As every seller out there, you should be aware of how Cosmo works, but most importantly, how you should optimize for Cosmo. And if your listings and content is optimized for Cosmo. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Because Cosmo isn't just another buzzword. Again, I remember everybody was so hype on it. It was super popular, but it's actually Amazon's last layer that they added on top of lexical semantic BERT in order to understand how to connect your product to the right shoppers. And it is the common sense knowledge graph that's transforming ranking and visibility on Amazon. And yeah, most sellers have no idea what's happening behind the scenes. If you want to get a closer look and get into technical, Mastering the Cosmo framework, I co-authored this with Danny McMillan last year. You find it on the Seller Sessions. Just type in Seller Sessions, you go to the blog and you find the article. But I'm going to give you the hint that you really need like today in this webinar. So for some reason, it's not scrolling right. Everybody, I think, remembers this specific image that was, again, so super popular. And yes, a few understood how to use it because when it comes to Cosmo, so Cosmo really dives into understanding the customer behavior and then connected based on buyer intent with products. In the example that Amazon used, and this is from the science paper itself, you will find it. There was this pregnant lady that she was looking for shoes for pregnant women. Amazon's how smart it got in order to understand that pregnant would mean not falling, therefore you need to buy a slip-resistant shoe, and therefore, based on the user behavior, it connected that to the listing. Looks easy, but the question was, okay, so how do I apply this to my own listing and to try to understand it? Okay, let's do that because that's the actual hack. And before we get into that, this is the hidden engine of Cosmo, right? This is the actual framework that is behind it. And we know it takes user behavior into consideration, looking at the co-purchases and co-search by. I'm not going to get into details because everybody will drop from this webinar and they will feel lost. So I'm not going to do that. But this is how actually works. And you will see at this point, everybody will be like, okay, but what's the gem? What's the most important thing? And with this said, let me show you the checklist AI that is silently grading your content for Cosmo. And yeah, the hidden gem, it is hidden in plain sight. And I assure you, you've seen it over and over and over again when talking about Cosmo. And this is it. I know it's not perfect, but this is my secret. And you will see, okay, the 15 distinct relationship that Amazon uses to interpret their listings. This is how Cosmo works. So going from the co-search and the co-buy, it gets into the 18 domains, and then it analyzes the 15 distinct relations that Amazon uses in order to understand your product. And then when it needs to connect it to shoppers and when it needs to connect it to their intent, this is what takes into consideration, because millions of data points, they are refined by LLMs and humans. Remember that Amazon has a lot of data about all the customers, gets across the 18 domains, and then it makes the connection to the 15 relational signals. So until now, if you're wondering, okay, but in the example with the pregnant woman, how do I know what I need to add to my listing? The answer is simple. You just need to take these 15 relations into consideration, and I will give you also the questions on how to double check that. And at that point, you will make sure that you are Cosmo optimized. But one thing is the key.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds. The key is that you need to stay relevant. So no more adding whatever it's not relevant to your product, just dump it in the back end. That's 2020. Don't do that anymore because it will just confuse Cosmo. Okay. Screenshots, take your phone, take a screenshot. This is what you need to do. These are the questions for every function that relates to Cosmo. This is how you talk Cosmo language, and this is how you will see if your listings are optimized for Cosmo. Because the only thing that you need to do is use ChatGPT and AI, whatever you want, put this in, put all your content in and ask it if it can reply to all of the questions. If it does, that's amazing. If it doesn't, it means that you are not Cosmo optimized, and that's what you need to change. Because it's not just a framework, it's the common sense extraction engine that Amazon uses to show products to the customers. And yes, you can use this as a quality control protocol for all of your listings, making sure that they are Cosmo optimized. And at the end, if you have questions or you want to geek out about science papers on Amazon Science, you can connect with me. This is actually my LinkedIn. I'm active over there, and I'm done.
Okay, thanks, Juana.
How
Great
much
stuff.
time did I had?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
2
You did it in
seconds.
5 minutes. Yeah,
This
fine.
is
No
amazing.
worries. No.
And as Sebastian said, please go and vote for me. Like, we
Yeah,
need to
do
end
that.
it in style.
Do that, everyone. So again, this is number 15, Oana, Podorario,
Oh my God.
Cosmo, checks to make your listing magnetic. I have only one question for you guys and for Oana and everybody. Why the hell is it Cosmo? Why is not Jeff the name? It should be
The
like GIF,
common
like
sense
GIF. Yeah,
knowledge
GIF.
graph.
Okay, I mean, yeah. Okay, so
Yes.
yeah, so I'm like a silly guy. I always try to make it funny, and it just made myself funny.
And
So
I
everyone,
and I crush it with my geeky responses.
okay,
Like,
okay,
it has a
that's good.
reason.
Okay, guys, so this is number 15. If you like the hack for Juana, you'll be able to vote in four more hacks from now. So thanks again, Juana, and now we go to number 16, sorry guys. So number 16, Paul Harvey, TikTok ads for Amazon sellers, what you need to know. Paul, man, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Thank you.
Okay, man. Do a quick intro for the guys that you don't know that you're behind the Rankster, the best, funniest Amazon newsletter for TikTok guys. So do a quick intro, and once ready, we can turn on the timer.
Cool. So a big thanks for that. Basically, I'm a long-time Amazon seller with over 15 years. I've run a few agencies, worked in a few aggregators, and helped tons of brands. And about 2 years back, I made the shift over. I got bored of Amazon, so I shifted over to TikTok Shop. So this presentation is about TikTok Shop. And since doing that, we've had about almost 100 shops go through with us on TikTok Shop, and all on the basis of our newsletter. So thanks for that, Nick.
Okay, man. Thanks again. Ready?
Yes, I am. Let's go for it. I'll share my screen.
Okay, let's go. Share the screen and we can start.
Okay, cool. So basically, I changed the content of this presentation. I was going to show you some cool stuff with TikTok Shop ads, but I scrapped it because what I want to show you is just way better. And actually, I came across this literally a few hours ago. And I've never spoken about this before, but it is an absolute game changer for anyone even remotely interested on TikTok Shop. So basically, I basically made almost $140,000 on autopilot on TikTok Shop. And you can see over here, the increase in the traffic, the increase in the sales, this is all done on autopilot. And I spent all of maybe 5 minutes actually doing this. Let me show you how. Basically, TikTok Shop just rolled out a new program called the Hero Program. But most sellers do not know it exists because TikTok Shop is evolving. And last year, if you came to me, I'd say to you, great, the strategy is send out hundreds of samples per month. And that worked. But the problem is TikTok Shop has become a marketplace where only big brands can compete. So TikTok wanted to change that. So they rolled out the Hero Program. And it's basically a step-by-step cheat sheet that will turn your products into bestsellers. And this is brand new. Some accounts have access, some don't. But I'm telling everyone, jump in right now to the Hero Program. Because once you enroll your products, you will receive tons of traffic. TikTok boosts these products once they are enrolled. And for example, showing back from the previous screenshots, I enrolled 3 brands in this program. You can see their sales just went through the roof. This is all automatic. This is all just basically TikTok boosting their content. So look at the sales, look at the traffic. This is the program. It's that easy because this actually is not a hack. It's not at all, because every seller on TikTok Shop is entitled to the Hero Program, but most are just unaware of it. And this only became a new thing in the past, maybe about 2 or 3 weeks. They rolled out through the TikTok Shop reps about a month ago, and they've been pushing it, but now it's actually available to all the brands. And basically, to start it, all you need is to be eligible. Your product or a single product must have over $250 sales, which is GMV, and have orders in the last 30 days. That's it. It's a very low barrier. Pretty much every product will be on this. That's why I want everyone to do this, because how long this will last for, I don't know. And once you have enrolled, you have to complete certain tasks. So, you can see over here, these are the rewards and tasks. Once you're enrolled, you have to do normal things like send out X number of samples, spend X on ads, whichever. But here's the kicker, that these tasks are actually tasks you are completing already. This is similar to like Amazon. Everyone's running Amazon ads. Everyone's optimizing their listings. That's Amazon 101. So TikTok Shop 101 is send samples, run ads. Everyone should be doing that. And if you are, your products will be listed. But the problem is most brands aren't aware of what the hero program is. So most don't enroll and they're leaving tons of money on the table. In the screenshot I showed earlier, there's the 3 brands I enrolled, and basically their tasks for the program we already fulfilled. So basically all we did was enroll.
Paul, 1 minute left.
Cool.
1 minute left.
So basically the recap. Number 1, check if your products are enrolled. If not, some brands don't have access yet. Then just enroll their products, complete the tasks. That's it. And then just sit back and you can watch the sales on TikTok Shop. It's that easy right now because we are the first to do it. So I implore everyone, jump into the hero program right now. And
Thanks, Paul. Okay, that's my cool friend Paul Harvey with number 16 TikTok ads for Amazon servers. What you need to know. Write down the hack number and you will be able to vote in 3 more hacks. And another hack for you guys all presented. You saw the small QR code in Paul Harvey's presentation. You can do that for the next time. So people can scan still you're sharing the hack. So thanks again, Paul.
Thank
and now we go to the number 17. Number 17 say Akash sync AMC audiences everyone can target immediately. Okay, man, Akash, are you here?
Yeah, first of all, I would want to thank Nick and his team, right, for setting up this webinar. Right, I've been listening to all of these hacks and like some of them were really, really great. Right, so just to give like a brief introduction about me, I'm a software engineer. I started as a software engineer, then I founded a company called 𝗊𝗵𝗇𝗏 that got into Y Combinator. Right, I was the CTO at 𝗵𝗰𝗶𝗶. After that, I've been working on sellermade.ai, which is basically an Amazon ads tool. Working on it since last 1.5 years. Right, and maybe I can quickly share my screen.
Yeah, do that, please, and let me know once ready.
Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. This is like a brief about me, right? And since we've been working for 1.5 years on SellerMade, right? So right now we have more than 30 agencies across the globe using our software. And year to date, we have been managing more than 40 million in Amazon ad sales. Right? Yeah, that's like a brief about me and SellerMade.ai.
Okay, man. So let me know when you're ready. We can turn on the timer.
Yeah, we can go now.
Okay, let's go.
Perfect, right. So I wanted to start with, right, so who hasn't seen like the sales funnel, right? So if you look at like a typical sales funnel on Amazon, right, it goes something similar to that. So say I'm a buyer, I'll go to Amazon, say I'm looking for shoes, I'll say search for shoes for men, right? I'll go through a couple of listings, I'll add say 1 or 2 to the cart, right? And once that is done, maybe I'll buy the product, I don't buy the product. If I buy the product, I become a customer, right? And then if I like the product, I'll come back, buy the customers again, right? This is basically like what a typical sales funnel, like just not in Amazon, like even like anywhere else. Say if you're running ads on Google, right, then they'll come to your D2C website and then they'll basically buy the product, right? This is how your typical sales funnel looks like, right? But if you look at the targeting in Amazon, right, this is something right, so what you'll probably do is you'll have a bunch of campaigns, you will be targeting keywords, you will be targeting products, right? And then in these campaigns, you are basically treating everyone in your entire sales funnel equally, right? You're not, for example, differentiating between, say, new to brand customers, right? Because brands spend a lot of money in acquiring new customers. And say if you're in a category where there's a lot of repeat buying which happens, right? So for example, categories like CPG brands, right? Where say if I buy a toothpaste from a company, I'll probably buy again if I like the toothpaste, right? So there, the targeting could be different, right? So now imagine this what's happened with the latest releases of AMC is that every brand, irrespective of ad spend, big, small, new, or like a seasoned seller, everyone gets access to these three audiences by default. And if you actually look closely to them, they really align with the sales funnel in terms of the buyer journey in Amazon, right? So these three basically audiences are new to brand, basically someone new, top of the funnel, right? After say someone has looked at your product, they decide to buy it, they add to the cart. That's like the bottom of the funnel, right? And once they buy it, they basically become your customer. Then you can retarget them, sell them more product, uh, right? Uh, and like, what does it mean for you in terms of say the categories or say the ad strategy, right? So usually, say the kind of campaigns. So there's one restriction in Amazon where you can only assign one AMC audience to a campaign, right? So what this means is, say, for new to brand shoppers, you can have higher bids, right? Usually, higher would mean higher ACOS than your average account, but that's fine because you're acquiring customer, right? You can make money from them once they become your customer. If they like your product, they'll most likely buy it again, right? The bottom of the funnel, these are the people who have already added to the cart, they're still considering, right? Really useful in categories where large ticket item like electronics, right? So what we have seen, like by working across so many brands and agencies, that this specific category right now gets 3 times more conversion than your average accounts conversion, and like relatively lower ACOS, right? Very, very, very low, like as low as like 10% in some of the cases, right? And now people who have already bought your product, these are basically your returning customers, right? So even for this segment, like again, a lot more conversion rate than average and low ACOS as well, right? So yeah, so and how do you do it? Right. So you could probably have existing campaign structure where you have different, say you are targeting branded campaigns, non-branded campaigns separately. So you can add accordingly the AMC audiences to your campaigns, and then basically iterate and see what's working, what's not working. Uh, how to do it?
Akash, 1 minute
Yeah.
left.
Perfect. Yeah. So how to do it? Basically, you can definitely go to Amazon and do it one campaign at a time. But we recently launched bulk AMC campaign management at 𝗕𝗰𝗍𝗍, where basically the process is pretty simple. You search for a campaign, so you have a specific naming structure. I'll select a couple of campaigns. Just give me a minute. Yes. I select a bunch of campaigns. I can see which of them have already AMC audience, which don't. I just select them, add AMC audiences, and that's it. Perfect. New to brand, confirm, done. You have your AMC audiences set up, nothing. You could have like hundreds of campaigns, thousands of campaigns. And then once you have, it's like it's running for a bit of time, you can also analyze through the product itself. Right. Obviously, you can do a lot of this on the Amazon portal as well directly, but the tool just makes it a lot more easier to manage thousands of campaigns at scale. That's it from my side.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you,
you,
everyone.
Akash. So, thank you, Akash. This is Akash saying number 17 AMC audiences everyone can target immediately. Number 17, everyone. Write down the hack number and 2 more hacks, and you would be able to vote. So now we go to number 18, Ben Leonard. The exact process to get endless content from creators to blow up your brand on and off Amazon. Thanks again for joining, Ben. Thanks, Akash, for your hack. Please do a quick intro for those who don't know you, and once you're ready, let me know and I can turn on the timer.
Hey Nick, good to be here. Thanks for having me. Appreciate it. Hey everyone, my name's Ben. Been in e-commerce for about 10 years now. Started by developing a strength and conditioning brand. Hold on, I'll show you a product called Beast Gear, which some of you may have seen online recently. I sold that brand in 2019 to Thrasio. in true Thrasio style, they completely ruined it. So I bought it back, and now I'm trying to turn it around. Meanwhile, I consult with other brands. I'm still developing my own brands. I'm raising equity right now for a baby carrier for dads that I'm launching. I co-own an M&A advisory firm for e-commerce business owners, and I have a growth and marketing agency which focuses on helping Amazon brands blow up outside of Amazon and on Amazon as a result of the stuff they do off Amazon. And that's something I'm going to show you how to do today. So I'll just share my screen, and then Nick, I'll be ready to rock and roll.
Okay, man. Let's go then.
All right, I'm going to move pretty fast because I got a lot of value to share. Okay, so how to crush your Amazon competition through influencer marketing. Let's go. Imagine you own a brand of bonsai care accessories and you want to blow up more on Amazon. You need to find influencers on platforms like Instagram simply by searching for hashtags. Anyone that's telling you to use some fancy tools being silly, just search for hashtags and relevant keywords in Instagram. Dig into the reels and start looking at the profiles. On the right-hand side of my slides there, you can see the little plus icon and the person. Click on that and it's going to show you even more relevant profiles. What you want to find is engagement. We all know that revenue is vanity and profit is sanity. Well, in this case, follower count is vanity and engagement is sanity. We want content that's related to your niche, that's been posted recently within the last 4 weeks, ideally. We want a regular stream of stories, and we want real comments from an engaged audience. No bots, thank you. Then, all the interesting creators that you find, track them in a sheet like this. Grab a screenshot of this, put in the link, the number of followers. It could be 300,000 or it might be just 5,000. Doesn't matter, so long as it's great content and they're getting engagement. Put in their name, category, when you first reached out, and any follow-up dates. And I'll tell you about follow-ups in a moment. Here's how you're going to reach out to them. You're going to DM them or email them if you can with your authentic brand voice. Build rapport, have a real conversation, learn a bit about them, find out what interests them about your niche. Offer them the product, but don't ask them to post. Make them feel like a superstar that you want to give them the product, and work on the theory of reciprocity. Then, when they get the product, follow up and give them an amazing experience. Help them use the product. Jump on a call with them. Then they're going to really want to post about it to their audience. Once you've done this 4 or 5 times, you're going to have a bunch of templates that you can then use ChatGPT to turn into a whole template bank for your team to run this at scale. Then you're going to use a sheet like this to track the orders you're sending out through multi-channel fulfillment to your creators. On the left-hand side, you can see I'm tracking their Instagram link, the product we're sending, their address, etc. On the right-hand side, we're tracking their results, how many stories, how many reels, etc. are they posting. And on the far right, you can see the actual content links, which we're going to come back to when they're doing great content for us and we want to keep working with them more. Grab a screenshot of that. Next, we're going to get the content. So here's an example of a client of ours. They are in the baking niche, and we're getting collab content from bakers all the time, like every day. Typically 1,000 to 5,000 views on most reels, but occasionally they really pop off, like the 50,000, 300,000 examples there. We're really filling the funnel. You're not going to get more sales tomorrow because you post today, but you are going to get more sales 6, 9, 12 months from now because you're filling the funnel, acting like a real brand. It's the compounding effect of showing up that makes a difference. Now, you're going to want to get results, right? So stop counting posts, start measuring business impact. What we want to see is branded search lift on Google and Amazon. We want ideally like a 200% increase in branded search for your brand as a result of the influencers telling everyone to go find it. We want your Amazon organic sales to go up relative to your PPC sales. So like ideally 60% of sales coming from non-PPC. Now, when you seed products into creators like this in a natural way, that will convert 4 to 6 times higher than paid influencer posts. And that's why we recommend you do this, because it's killer. But you want to track it over at least 90 days. You're not going to see results tomorrow, but you are going to see results over time. So make sure you have patience to fill that funnel, get people down the funnel into trusting you and buying from you. Your CAC's going to come down too, because influencer-driven customers have a way higher LTV than people that just bought because they clicked on an ad, because they trust the brand more, they're buying into it more. The Amazon algorithm is going to love you too, because all these organic mentions of your brand is going to drive branded search on Amazon. Your PPC costs are going to come down because your branded search terms cost you less, right? And you're going to rank more and outrank your competitors who don't know how you're doing it because they're stuck in the Amazon goldfish bowl, just turning on PPC and praying that it works. And also track relationships, not transactions. If you send a product to one person, and they like it, they're probably going to tell 4 of their buddies in the industry. And boom, now you have 4 more creators to work with. So the process is really easy.
Ben,
It's just
1 minute left. 1 minute
no
left.
worries, Nick. The process is really easy. It's just a lot of heavy lifting. There's a lot of volume to it. You got to find all the creators, build a relationship with them, utilize the theory of reciprocity, give them the product, ensure they have an incredible experience with it, follow up with them, and maintain that relationship. If they are going to post the content, give them a rough content brief, but give them creative freedom. Make sure they give you permission to then use that content later on, maybe even whitelist it for ads, and then maintain that relationship and maybe even turn them into an affiliate for future product launches, an affiliate on Amazon, an affiliate on your own website, or an affiliate on TikTok perhaps. Super straightforward process. You have to do it to escape the Amazon goldfish bowl. The hack here is to put in the work, or the other hack is to get us to do it for you. Peregrine Commerce can do all of that for you, helping you escape the Amazon goldfish bowl. Vote for me, Ben Leonard, number 18.
Okay, that was a great finish, great hack, everyone. Ben Leonard, number 18. The exact process to get endless content from creators to blow up your brand on and off Amazon. So write down number 18, Ben Leonard. One more hack and you guys would be able to vote. And now we go to the last but not the least one of my closest friends in the Amazon space. He rarely speaks on the webinar hack series. I've been asking him since the first one I did last year. And here is John Elder. Exit like a billionaire. Okay, John.
Hey, Nick.
Yourself and
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, man, I can hear you like Texas voice, big Texas voice is what I hear.
It's funny, I'm actually from Seattle, but I'll take
I know.
I know.
So
my intro is part of my presentation, so I'm sharing my screen right now. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Perfect. So a little bit about me. Hold on, I'm gonna move this over. Okay, so my story is actually similar to Ben's. I started selling on Amazon in 2014. It was an off-ramp from my corporate career in the construction management. So I had an awesome career working on the San Diego airport project, but it just wasn't enough. And so I had another kid on the way and I wanted to build something else. So I launched more and more products. It really snowballed and became something big. I exited in 2019 to a private buyer, not the road that Ben took with Thrasio. A lot of people, I think, assume that Thrasio and aggregators are the only places where you can exit. So I talked to them, but it wasn't a good fit. And most exits, especially in the Amazon space, happen with private buyers, which is something that surprises a lot of people. Right now, I run Black Label Advisor. I have 2 newsletters where I give a hack to sellers, a strategic hack that's actually useful. One's called Amazon Insiders, the other one's called Walmart Insiders. And my experience at Amazon, I've sold over 10 million. So I exited in 2019. And now I do a lot of coaching. I work with both large and small brands. Some of them include 𝗀𝗃𝗏, Skin Grip, and others, really from a strategic vantage point for that. Nick, you can start your timer if you want. So clean books, this is one of the most important things you're going to have to do for exiting. And I'm going to go through these slides a little faster just because there's a lot of content. I only have 5 minutes, but you want to make sure your tax returns are clean. So you want to make sure you have 2 years of clean tax returns. You do not want to split up your business. So when you're doing a exit, 99% of the time it's going to be an asset sale. So you are literally selling your Amazon account with everything attached to it, all your IP, all your inventory, everything related to it is being sold. So you don't want to commingle different businesses underneath your Amazon account. So for me, I had 5 private label brands. And so I sold all 5, the entire Amazon account. The only thing that I kept was the business entity. So make sure everything's clean and straightforward. So when you get into, a buyer situation, they're going to ask for your P&L statement. So you want to make sure you have 2 years of that. If you go into this with clunky documents and, I have to talk to my CPA about that, that's going to be a huge red flag. So you want to go into potentially selling your business with everything ready to go. It's going to make it look more professional and it's going to increase your buyer pool. So really what they're looking for is pretty straightforward. They want consistent growth from your brand. They want to see that you're making sure that you're killing off any loser products. any products that are bleeding you a little bit. Make sure you're selling everywhere. I'm obviously covering this from a big picture, but make sure you're on Walmart, make sure you're on Shopify, make sure you're reading Paul's newsletter, and make sure that you're on TikTok. Be everywhere. So that's really shifted a lot over the years. Now 100% FBA, 100% Amazon is not going to cut it anymore. You will have some buyers that are interested in that, but that's going to dramatically reduce your buyer pool. And then nothing ugly. This is, you know, common sense. Look at Anchor, look at Mary Ruth's. Make sure that you are optimizing everything. So a buyer does not want to come in and redo your graphics. They want, you know, the meat. They want to make sure that when they're buying your brand, you've done 95% of the work. They want the framework. They want the product pipeline for the next 2 years. They want to make sure that they don't have to reinvent the wheel when they take over your brand. Okay, let's see. IP. So this is everything related to design patents and utility patents. Most sellers are not going to have utility just because they're really expensive. And most of the time you're not inventing something new. So with a design patent, it's really useful because this dramatically increases your multiple. When buyers look at your business, they're like, okay, let's say you have 50 products, you're doing really well, and they're looking at it from a protection and insurance standpoint. How can they protect themselves at, you know, years down the line? So the design patent is really useful because that is going to allow you to boot people off off the entire platform. So if someone infringes on something unique that you're selling, like for me, I sold it's outdoor kid swing, so it's a company called Royal Oak. That was something where, you know, anybody can sell kid swings, but not everyone is going to have unique designs. So if you are the first to market with a design, you get the IP for that, and that becomes something very attractive to buyers. Let me just go to this one. So final tips, I'm going to go through this really fast. Creative should be in the top 1%. Really, you know, that's pretty self-explanatory. Be able to show and communicate your A/B testing strategy. What have you done to follow the data? That question is going to come up with buyers. They're going to want to understand, they're going to want to understand what you have done from a data perspective. Are you following the data, or are you building your business really based on your own, you know, pride and decisions? So definitely show that you're not going off of your emotion. Resist the urge to use black hat tactics. This comes up a lot. You're gonna get asked about this in due diligence. You're gonna get asked about this again down the line. My exit took about 6 months. A lot of invasive questions. So, you know, these are questions related to which listings have been suppressed, which listings have you purchased reviews on. So you need to be able to answer those questions and be honest with that. Don't try to think that you can lie and say, oh, I've never done that. You need to be honest.
John, 1 minute left.
1 minute. So build your email list. This is all related to your Shopify site. Make sure you nail that. Make sure you are building an audience outside of Amazon. No single SKU should make up 10% of your revenue. Backup options for factories. I always had backup options. It's really important to have that, especially now with all the different trade deals happening. And you know, when a buyer comes in, they want options in case something goes south with a factory. Avoid seasonality. I'm patriotic, but I would say don't sell, you know, July 4th items. It's an absolute inventory nightmare. You working in the business, I have 20 hours there. This really gets into a question of the potential buyer of your business wants to know they're not buying another full-time job. So a lot of people already have jobs and they want something that's lean. Order defect rates, make sure you're always innovating and dealing with that, and to show buyers that you have really put in the effort to create an amazing business. And yeah, definitely don't try to hide anything. So there are a couple links. I'll put this in the chat as well for the Amazon and Walmart newsletters. And then I'm super active on LinkedIn. I try to share some sort of growth hack or news story related to Amazon or Walmart on a daily basis. Thanks for having me on, Nick.
Okay, thanks, John, and everyone. John Elder, that's number 19. John Elder, exit like a billionaire. Okay, guys, so now we're ready to go ahead with the poll. I'm sure you guys have your favorite, so let me share that and we can go ahead with that. Okay, so just launched the poll. Do you guys see that? Okay, see that people are voting already. So I'm gonna time myself for the poll 5 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna share the slide with the sponsors. You guys can vote in the meantime, and once you're ready, you guys, we're gonna announce the winner. Okay, do you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. Let me just. Okay, so let me share my screen. You guys can vote in the meantime. Okay, guys, do you see my screen? Let's start from the beginning. We're gonna skip some of the stuff. Okay. Okay, so again, I'm gonna sponsor the sponsors too. You guys are voting, so go sponsor hellotax expansion to blueprint. You have no idea, but Amazon is like ecom Europe is a 900 billion market. So if you guys are not selling in Europe, we're gonna let you know what is the opportunity and we're gonna help you out open the market. So send me an email. We're gonna send you a follow-up tomorrow and you will be able to respond with your email, Amazon store, and we can let you know how much money you guys can make. Then our next sponsor, eCom Triage. You can remove 5 to 10% of your negative product reviews. No onboarding fee, 100% TOS compliant. Pay only for removed reviews. Excuse me, guys. Here is the QR code. You can scan the QR code. If you left the event, you can obviously do that tomorrow. We're gonna send you a follow-up. So make sure to check it out. You don't risk anything, guys. You can only win from that. Boot Tasker. The more you invest in your Amazon marketing, the stronger your Amazon sales become. Don't fall behind. Start diversifying your omni-channel experts. We're going to show you how. Again, you get a free omni-channel marketing review plus 30-minute one-on-one consultation with an omni-channel expert. Value $650. Again, you can scan the QR code to claim that. And then like Duo, this is the hack for them, it's a beta like hack that, Arjun shared. So feel free to scan it here and you can book one of your slots today. And here we do have the next one, Mr. Prime, get the full AI retention plus upsell audit of your business on Amazon. Find out how to own your customers and increase LTV. You get the free consultation, retention plus upsells and AI. Again, you can scan the QR code for that. And the last sponsor for today is Rocket Saver. You get 20% off all their tools for the first year after a 30-day free trial, and you can access them now. They're called Terrawise, Pricewise, Adstein with premium support and free onboarding. Again, you can book a call to claim your offer here. Here's the QR code. And the last, this is my company, eCom Hot Sauce. We're gonna see who is the winner today. They're gonna win a 1 month free sponsorship. It's not free because usually we charge people for that. We're fully sold out. And okay, let's see now who is the winner. Let me just open the poll. Let me see if the time is up. Okay, no, actually we have 90 more seconds. So let me check out the poll and you can see. Let me see who is winning. Okay. Okay, we have two guys who are almost with the same percentage. So I'm not gonna tell you who is that, but you guys vote. Vote for us, vote. You have 60 seconds.
Is it
One,
like,
you can pitch yourself. I'm not gonna do that. I'm independent. I'm not gonna tell people what to do.
If you're not sure, you know what to vote.
18 is the best number in the world, right?
Yeah, it's a close race. We've never had such a close vote here, by the way.
We need to make history, guys. Now, but 12 for the win. Double trouble, baby.
Okay, guys, let's see. So we have like 30 seconds. Just to let you know, the first hack has 13%, the second has 12, and the third has 11. So vote for your favorite.
In the middle.
Guys. Okay, that's it, guys. We're done. Okay, so let me share my screen so you guys see who is the winner. And guess, okay, let's make some guesses. So who do you think won? I'm not gonna share the screen yet. Give me each speaker, who do you think won the hack?
I think you won, Nick. You always win in my book.
I win even before we start. But let's see who of you guys won the hack. What do you guys think?
Us?
No, actually, I think you're fourth. Okay, guys. So I'm not gonna hold this thing because it's too late for some of you guys. So let me share my screen and you can see the winner. Okay, let me just do that. Okay. Do you guys see my screen?
It's coming.
Okay. That's weird. No, I cannot.
Yep, we got it. I got it.
So do you see the polls? So we have right now. So Danan Coleman 8%, 𝗵𝗰𝗵𝗶𝗴 8%.
Oh, we see a timer.
Yeah, no. Okay, you don't see that the poll? Okay.
No.
Okay,
Give
now
us,
you guys
give
will
us
be
the
able to
poll
see it.
results, Nick.
Okay, do you guys see it? Do you guys see it right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Ben Leonard with 30% is the winner, guys.
Whoa, Ben.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. I never win anything.
I would have voted Ben.
Juan and Sebastian are in second with 11%. So
Oh, wow, that's tight.
I'll take that.
That's close. I'm sending you a virtual handshake, Sebastian.
Yeah, guys.
Congrats, Ben.
Thanks.
I want
nice.
a spot, a challenge. It's in September.
Yeah, you guys were all with 11 at certain point. So somebody scored at the last minute, and Ben Leonard, won it then.
Congrats, buddy.
But it's all legit, guys, because one of my first hack series, I did like an external poll, and one guy got 500 votes, and we didn't have that. They got 1,000 votes, and we had only 500 people at the event. So now it's all legit. So you guys know that.
You gotta spill the beans. Who was using bots to game the
I'm using bots next time for sure.
No way, guys.
Okay, I'm not smart enough to know how to do that.
Yeah, man. I think there is always way to cheat, but I think it's all legit stuff. So you guys all shared cool hacks. So thanks again for joining. Thanks for staying late. I lied to everybody. I told you you're gonna be 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 40 minutes. So I'm a filthy liar, but I don't care. The webinar was good. We're gonna share the recording with everybody. We're gonna send the follow-up, and if you guys want to get in touch with the speakers, I strongly recommend we're gonna share their contacts. You can get the presentation, and my advice is start following those guys because this is just 5 minutes. They share content all the time. So my advice is just follow them. You're gonna learn a lot of stuff which otherwise would pay or you would never know about. So thanks again for all the speakers and all the attendees, and enjoy the rest of the summer. We'll see you for the next hack series in September. Till then, summer beach. Finally, I hope some waves, and all of you guys stay safe. Adios.